The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another. The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine, looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. And by JDH3 Design at jdh3designs.com, where they can print just about anything. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
It is Saturday afternoon in Raiderland. Good afternoon and welcome to Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow, where it is Saturday afternoon football for the first time this year for the Winslow Black Raiders, the hometown team hosting their arch rivals from Pittsfield, the MCI Huskies. Welcome to the broadcast. Mike Violet here, along with AJ Knight and our Score crew. They met last year, not in the regular season, AJ, but in the playoffs, and it was not pretty if you are from Pittsfield. MCI got blasted 55-14. Now, Winslow pretty much brings back the same team with one major exception. Two major exceptions. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. First one I was thinking of was Matt Kirian.
Oh, I thought you were actually thinking of the QB. But yes, that's what I agree. That is a huge, huge loss. He was big defensively, but obviously if you followed Winslow football, which I recommend because it's all in the vault from last year, Central Maine Sports, big-time running back was basically the straw that stirred their drink, especially after losing the QB last season.
Right, and the QB, of course, we're talking about is Tucker Parmelo, who broke his collarbone in an exhibition game against Poland and missed almost the whole year, came back down the stretch, but his arm wasn't right. He wasn't right recovering from that broken collarbone. He just didn't look comfortable out there. Yeah. Winslow did win a playoff game, and then they got blasted in their own right by losing to Foxcroft Academy in the next round. But you've got Liam Fortin, and we're going to hear from West Littlefield in
their
an
new
interview.
Secret weapon, apparently, from what I heard in your guys' interview.
Right. His name is Hassan Hobby. We saw him last year primarily kick. He's a heck of a kicker, but he's become a real ace of a weapon for Winslow, both offensively and defensively.
I was going to say, I believe we'll see our videographer, Sean, of course, did a great job with putting our interviews and stuff together, as you'll see when Mike talks to Coach Littlefield. But I believe there's some clips there of Hobby, who not only, of course, had the kick you talked about, but I don't know if you remember, he had the game-sealing interception that ended that game as well.
MCI 1-8 a year ago. Huskies, though, after having only 17 players out last year, 30 players out this year.
Love seeing it.
And they have lots of offense. Caleb Kennedy is their quarterback. They're going to spread it out. They're going to go four wide. We're going to see probably 30 to 40 passes today. Drew Shorey, Connor Reynolds, Dante Burnham, Jackson Foster, all are going to be all over the field. So we're going to see a real spread offense in MCI, and on the other side, the complete opposite, the double wing, tight formation of the Winslow Black Raiders. It's a great contrast.
Yeah, I think formationally, definitely super opposed, as far opposed as you can get, 100%. I think the interesting thing, and I'm sure you will hear from you talking to Coach Wes Littlefield coming up of Winslow, but I think the interesting thing is we know Shore's a good athlete. We got to see him a little bit, and then Kennedy, dual threat. I wonder if it's sort of offensively different ways of doing what is essentially the same goal, because I know they're going to try and maybe chuck it to spread the defense out, MCI is, but I imagine we're going to see plenty of runs from them too.
Tom Bertrand still worried, though, in a conversation that I had with him by email about depth. He said we absolutely have to stay healthy. If we do, we can compete. If not, depth is going to be an issue.
Well, especially you know what you're going to get from Winslow. It's going to be really concerning if you don't have depth, because they're just going to line up and they're going to pound and they're going to pound and they're going to pound. And if you get tired by the fourth quarter, that's kind of Winslow's hope, is the Novocaine sets in and then whoosh, gone.
Novocaine sets in. Coming up at halftime, aside from the first half recap and highlights, of course, all the scores from last night on the first Friday night of football and the partials from Saturday afternoon. Speaking of what Winslow has, we're going to take a timeout. Coach Wes Littlefield joined me yesterday on opening drive. That conversation with the coach next on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
So, what's the 2024 outlook for the Winslow Black Raiders? Right from the coach's mouth, here's my chat from yesterday with Wes Littlefield.
MCI is the opponent tomorrow. We'll get to them in a second. You lost Matt Kirian because of graduation. And, of course, you've got Tucker Pomerleau back at quarterback. This time last year, you had lost Tucker pretty much the whole year. And when he came back at the end, he wasn't helping. So Kirian is gone. But Pomerleau is back, and that obviously makes a huge difference in running your offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And we kind of found a diamond in the rough with the Huskies.
Yes.
So we're excited about him.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be mentioning his name a lot tomorrow.
I think he will. He's going to. We always call it the yin and yang, and we kind of got that going on with him really important and Vincent at fullback. So we're pretty excited.
Yeah. So Hoppy has become sort of a Swiss Army knife for you. The Iraqi version of the Swiss Army knife. He does everything. We know about how good a kicker he is because he kicked for you last year and played a lot for you last year. But this year he's sort of stepped up. He's now starting at running back, and he's starting, believe it or not, at defensive end. Huh?
He is. He brings a different element to the game as far as his speed goes, especially running the football. Not playing football a ton in his career, but he's really kind of caught on to all the different aspects of making cuts and getting vertical really quick. So he doesn't have any bad habits, of dancing in the hole, per se. He's north and south, and he gets done pretty quick.
Talking about Wes Littlefield, the Winslow head football coach, as Winslow takes on MCI. Last year, again, dictated early on by losing your quarterback, Tucker Pomerleau, but I thought all things considered last year, when you lose your starting quarterback, that you punched your way through it about as well as you could.
Yeah, we faced some adversity. We leaned heavy on obviously Matt Kirian at the time, his senior leadership, and we had a really young line, so that was an issue. But those guys have been battle-tested now and back. Most of them sophomores and juniors this year, so we are really looking forward to seeing what those guys can produce tomorrow against MCI.
Yeah, and you mentioned that line. You got Seth Bard, you got Spencer, you got Thomas, some others back. A year of experience, kind of took a little bit of a licking last year, but that 1 year of experience pays off big time when they're still underclassmen with a whole year playing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the difference just from last year to this year on just film. I mean, technique-wise, incredible.
Mm-hmm. So offensively, changing what you're doing, we're going to see what we've always seen at Winslow.
Yeah, we're going to see the double wing, and going to see what we do with that, tomorrow, and run the ball, and try to pound them, and so that we fall down offensively.
All right, offensively, MCI, they struggled last year. They were 1-8, but Caleb Kennedy is back at quarterback. He's got some receivers as well. They've got more kids out this year. I think they've got 30 as opposed to like 16 or 17 last year in week one. What do you know about MCI?
I know that the quarterback is back from last year. He's a pretty special kid for them. They'll lean heavy on him, I think, and they'll lean heavy on probably his legs in the run game. And he's going to be playing defense too, so it's going to be really important for us to kind of hog the ball and kind of get after him a little bit so that we wear him down. It will be interesting to see what they do. Right now it's been a lot of spread and quads and trips and stuff like that, and throwing the ball 30 yards down the field. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Wes Littlefield with us, the Winslow head football coach, as the Raiders get ready for their season opener tomorrow at Poolin Field in Winslow. They'll take on MCI at 1 o'clock, and we've got it on the score. Then you play up at Madison, then you have Foxcroft Academy. The schedule, as you look at it, there's never an easy game, but thoughts on the schedule that you've got to play this year. You got Wells coming in. That certainly is going to be an interesting matchup there between the Warriors and the Raiders. Some interesting matchups this year.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about our schedule, actually. We kind of start off a little light in the schedule and local, and then things kind of get a little crazy when Foxcroft comes down, and that will give us a really good idea of kind of where we stand. I think kind of seeing them a little bit on film, they're kind of like reloaded. So they're going to be the team to beat again.
Everybody talks about the numbers that teams have. Actually, there's a story out this year that the number of kids playing football has increased this year for the first time in 5 years since, of course, COVID knocked everything down. And your numbers would you call them okay? Where are you numbers-wise?
We're at 31, and it's typical really for Winslow. I mean, we're the most we've really ever had is in 37, 38, even when we had the championship teams back in the heyday. So we're kind of hovering right around. We've got some huge classes coming up at the junior high level right now. We've got 37 kids out football. So we've got some big numbers for the next 8 years.
When we were over there the other day shooting the Legends of the Game, and we're not telling you who the Legends of the Game is, and when I drove out of the high school, I drove around the back, and there's a youth football field there, and the place was mobbed. I mean, the kids in football uniforms, there was a ton of them, their parents were there. That's got to be something that makes the varsity coach feel good.
Yeah, well, PJ Lett started that program over a while ago, and he's really brought it back. He's a former Winslow kid. He's on my staff, and he's really done a tremendous job. He puts a lot of effort into that. We've got a lot of good youth coaches that were former players. So anytime you get that going on in your PAL program, it's success written all over it. It boils down to this. You had Wally Fountain, Harold Violet, Mike Visky, and now me. Over the years, I mean, you're talking about years of having the same head coach, the same system. You're not getting a new head coach every year and trying to learn new systems and all that stuff. So I think that goes a long way in the community. People can depend on that you're going to be there and you're going to continue to coach these kids, and I think that goes a long way, especially at Winslow.
Yeah, I agree. I think the ability to have a consistent coach and a consistent program for more than a few years at a time, really from the bottom up, helps build things, and it certainly has been a huge part of what you guys have done at Winslow. If you look at any other programs in the state that are successful year after year, I mean, the same holds true. You look at BL, where he is with Coney. You look, obviously, up the road in Fairfield, what John Hersom has done there, and you see the same kind of MO all the way through.
Absolutely. Good PAL programs, and then it continues on to the junior high and then the high school level for sure.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here at Winslow High School, Jerry Poulin Memorial Field, as you see the captains and the coaches meet at midfield as the Winslow Black Raiders get ready to take on the MCI Huskies. And we just got a visit here about 5 minutes ago during the West Littlefield interview from Tom Bertrand, the head coach at MCI, with a couple of roster subtractions because of illness. Connor Reynolds, who's one of their key wide receivers, out today because he is sick, and Drew Shorey, who's their punter, is also out today because he is sick. So that means Cook, a freshman, will punt for MCI. So that certainly hurts the cause for MCI before we even start.
Yeah, Shorey specifically, I think one of their big weapons, a name I remember from All's last season covering MCI. That's a huge loss for them, especially as you talk about a team, right, that's trying to build on a struggling year last year. Losing one of your big playmakers, not a good start.
All right, the Winslow Black Raiders win the toss, and they elect to receive. So the Raiders will have their hands on the ball first. The field is in great shape, a fast track for sure. Always well coiffed here at Winslow High School and Jerry Poulin Memorial Field. This is truly one of the best playing surfaces in the state. It drains well, it's got a nice crown to it, and it really is a good natural turf field to play on. So MCI will kick off to Winslow. Raiders and the Huskies met once last year. It was in the playoffs, and Winslow won it easily, 55-14. So MCI will kick off from left to right. Hassan Hobby back to return the kick of Oscar Kersey. It is Hobby on the near side. In the middle for Winslow is Alex Hardy. And on the far side, Liam Fortin. So we are ready to go Saturday afternoon from Winslow. The Raiders and the Huskies. One of the really good rivalries. Used to be a Class B rivalry. Now it's a Class D rivalry. And Oscar Hersey marks it off. He's a lefty. Drops back deep. Foot in the ball, and it's a shorty. And we are underway. Fortin bobbles, gets it at the 30. Fortin 35. Fortin, who's of course a terrific running back, scrambles up to the 37-yard line, and that's where Winslow will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. The tackle on special teams by Matt Bernier. And so, Tucker Pomerleau ready to take over here and play in the season opener, something he was not able to do last year because of that broken collarbone. He watched most of the year and came back for the playoffs. The double wing is a-coming.
I know what you're feeling, Mike. You're feeling a hard play action shot deep right now.
That would be absolutely stunning. As tight a formation as you could possibly have by Winslow. Double wing. Fortin goes in motion. A little pitch to Fortin over left tackle and grabbed high, and he is knocked down at the 40-yard line. On the tackle there was Abbott. A gain of 3. It will be 2nd down and 7. Also Caleb Rush in on the stop. So the first play from scrimmage is exactly what you would expect. And I'm not sure if it was played during that interview because we edited it from what it originally was. But I asked Wes Littlefield if he'd be happy if he could run the ball every play this game, and he said yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you talked specifically about Coney in reference to
right. That. 2nd down and about 7 from the double wing. Hobby in motion. Hobby, 45. Hobby midfield, 1st down. He's into MCI territory. And Hassan Hobby to the 44-yard line. That is a 1st down.
You weren't kidding about him being a weapon. You did see in that interview, which will be posted on our YouTube by itself in the YouTube in our interview section. But you saw him make that interception. He now, all of a sudden, star running back. What can he do?
5'9", 155. A small package, but boy, is there a lot in that package. Right now, lined up left wing, 4 down linemen. The defense really packed up tight. 10 men up on the line of scrimmage. A little pitch to Fortin. He bounces to the outside, but he got wrapped up there. Good defense by Caleb Kennedy. Got him high. Fortin down and slow to get up. West Littlefield comes out, and Fortin is up. He got a face full of turf, you might have been able to see there, along with some chalk from the 50-yard line marker. He advanced it to the 47-yard line.
So he lost 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right. My bad. He lost 3, so he didn't advance it. He lost 3. It's 2nd and 13.
He advanced it backwards.
Right. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, that's not the objective last time I checked.
You're
I could be wrong.
You're not supposed to go, in theory and in reality, backwards. 2nd and 13 from the 47. Pomerleau brings him out, sets him down. Broderick Bimson is the fullback in this wing tee. Here's the pitch to Hobby. Hobby 2 hands on the ball, 40, down to the 36-yard line. Hassan Hobby, he is a weapon. And he sets up what will be a 3rd and very makeable 3 for the Raiders. 3rd and 3 from the 37 of MCI, actually 36 of MCI. Tom Bertrand, longtime coach, coaching with his son Alex. They're actually listed as co-coaches.
How about Hobby? That looked like almost the Xavier Worthy play from Thursday, right? Just follow the blockers. You got it.
Double wing, Fortin wing right, Hobby wing left. Bimson the fullback for Tucker Pomerleau. Out of the double wing, Pomerleau to Hobby. Hobby on the pitch. Hobby first down. He pushes ahead and finally is tackled at the 31-yard line. Hassan Hobby dropped on the play by Dom Rizza. Big defensive tackle. First down at the 31. Winslow moving. They began this drive at their own 37.
How about this? 3 carries, Hassan Hobby, 32 yards.
He's a weapon. Pomerleau over to West Littlefield to get the play. 1st and 10, 8:50 to go first quarter. Winslow's got something cooking here. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Same formation. Got 5 down linemen for MCI. Do they think Winslow's going to run or what? Handoff to the fullback. Bimson breaks away to the 25-20. First down. Big Bimson bams his way down to the 18-yard line. Broderick Bimson is a bruiser.
Yeah, and that, I think, just as much as anything, catching MCI off guard because he bumped into his own guy, but nobody wrapped him up because they didn't think he had the ball.
And thought we might have an injury there, but no, a loose towel that belonged to somebody from MCI. Retrieved on the play by Seth Bard. So give Seth Bard a star on his helmet for that. 1st and 10 from the 17. Winslow moving. Bimson the fullback, Fortin wing right, Hobby wing left. Pomerleau, a play fake, looking to throw it, better get rid of it. He lobs it up there, and as he was throwing across his body as he was being rushed madly there by Ben Powell, and the ball very short. Intended receiver was Hobby, but the blocking just not there. Unfortunately for quarterback Tucker Pomerleau, that wasn't picked off because it was up there for anybody to get to. That was a parachute.
And that's one of those differences I think we'll be curious to see this year in the Winslow offense. Like you said, Mike, last year you're kind of moving and shuffling running backs into the quarterback position. You're not going to throw it. Pomerleau being your quarterback, those hard play actions, somewhere someone's going to be streaking free.
2nd and 10, just inside the 18. Pitch to Hobby. Hobby with all kinds of room to the 10, inside the 10-yard line, and it's going to be goal to go for the Winslow Black Raiders. Hassan Hobby, the star of this first drive for Winslow for sure. And also a key block there by Jacob Garcia. First down for Winslow. 1st and goal at the 6. 7:40 left in the first quarter. Winslow won the toss, took the ball, and they've taken it right down the field. 1st and goal from the 6. From the double wing, Pomerleau sets him down. Turns, and he kept it himself.
I think he pitched it to Hobby.
Did he? Okay. The deception there was real.
Yeah, Hobby got it.
So Hobby got the carry, and Hassan Hobby stuffed for the first time in the game.
muscled his way down to
he
the
did get to
3.
the 3-yard line, so give him about 3. So it's 2nd and goal from there. Ball on the right hash, the wide side, the left side. Pomerleau over to get the play from Coach Wes Littlefield. Clock running, 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's been a 5-minute drive thus far.
And this is great for Winslow's defense, too, because you talk about how MCI, right, not very deep, probably a lot of two-way starters. Grind them down on defense so they don't have juice on the offensive side.
Wear them out. 2nd and goal at the 3. Pomerleau calling signals. Pomerleau turns, hands it off, and it is the fullback, Bimson, crashing down to the 1-yard line. Nope,
Fortin on the pitch. Had a chance there. Good stuff. Number 12 for MCI. Hit him there and turned him away right as he got to the goal line.
So it is 3rd down and goal at about the half-yard line. 3rd and goal. And remember, Pomerleau, a solid package at 5'9", 190. He's got plenty of power.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, obviously, as we've seen on this drive, a plethora of running options. But down here, right, man not accounted for, extra hat on a hat, QB an extra weapon.
3rd and goal at the 1, double wing. They surge ahead. It's the Philly special done by Winslow, and it's a touchdown. Pomerleau with a 1-yard run. So, a 63-yard drive.
The running backs take them all the way down the field. Pomerleau gets all the glory. Pounds it in for a touchdown himself.
And now Hassan Hobby will do what he does, which is attempt the extra point and put the 7th point of the afternoon on the board for Winslow. No, they're going to go for 2. How about that?
Whoa.
So they're going to go for 2. Out of the double wing, Hobby is wing left. Pomerleau sets him down. Handoff to Hobby. Hobby with a surge, and he's in for 2. So he can kick it, and he can run it, and he runs it here. Hobby with a 2-point conversion and a great drive by Winslow, 63 yards for the score, 5:53 left in the first. The Raiders get the ball and take it right down the field. The score, Winslow 8, MCI nothing. You're watching and listening to high school football on The Score.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yep, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line.
A 63-yard drive by the Winslow Black Raiders, culminating in a 1-yard touchdown run by Tucker Pomerleau. All runs on the drive. A trick in the Littlefield bag of tricks. Took a shot, didn't pay off. Good field position here for MCI. 1st and 10 at the 50. Interesting.
Who is this new aggressive Wes Littlefield? Throwing passes?
He's one. And he, of course, had some success with an onside kick last year. That's true. For sure. All right, 1st and 10 for this MCI offense operated by Caleb Kennedy all over the place. They are spread out. Single running back is Bernier. Kennedy from the gun, going to run it. Kennedy, nothing. Wrapped up by Hobby. Who else? Hobby is 5'9" and 155, and he's playing defensive end.
What doesn't he do, Mike? I mean, at this rate, Mike's got to run down at halftime and get Hobby's autograph.
I might just do that. 5.5 to go in the first. MCI makes their offense go on the fly. No huddle. Kennedy with 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Now brings his receivers in. And right beside him, Bernier in the shotgun. 2nd down and 10. A fake, throws it in the left flat. Ball is caught out there by Burnham. Burnham spins, and Burnham near the marker at the 41-yard line. Going to be close, so the first pass attempt of the day for MCI is successful, and it might be a first down. Maybe a little short now that I see the spot, but they're going to give it the old eye.
Yeah, if so, by
short
smidge. So
yeah, it's short. So 3rd down and less than a yard. 3rd and 1. You can see on the shot how close it is there. So 3rd and 1 for the Huskies, trailing 8-0. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. There's a wing. Kennedy calling signals. Bernier goes in motion, keeps it himself, and opens up, and he's got the first. Good surge by the offensive line, and Kennedy to the 36-yard line. Key block on the play by 79, Dom Rizza, the center. He's a big boy.
Yeah, nice job. You're just looking to basically muscle those 6 inches out, but instead, like you said, it opens up there, and Kennedy able to kind of just split that A gap.
You can see the pictures on, they've got the poster board on the far side. And if you can make sense out of what that means, good for you. Good for MCI that Caleb Kennedy can make sense out of it. But that's how they call plays. That's a message that means something. 1st and 10 from the 36. He rolls right. Kennedy looks, downfield, fires. Ball is incomplete, intended for Rush. Right there on the coverage for the Black Raiders was Bryce Whittam. He was there and probably should have caught that ball, so Rush drops it. Remember, sick today is Connor Reynolds, one of their really good receivers. So they are down a receiver, and that ball should have been caught. So it is 2nd and 10. And again, the poster boards come out.
Long look at that one. Maybe he doesn't understand him as well as you thought he did. He's still figuring out what those pictures mean.
2nd and 10 from the 36. Kennedy in the gun. And Bernier right to his left, 2 to the right. 1 to the left. Official steps in for a minute. Now the clock will start to run. 2nd and 10 from the 36. Winslow ahead here, 8-0. 3:50 to go in the first. A fake. Kennedy keeps it. He got tripped up accidentally on the play by Sam Berg. And ends up basically getting about a yard. That was it.
Nice job there. More so the penetration as opposed to any specific tackle.
Actually tripping him up there was 68 Ben Thomas. Sets up a 3rd and 9. Kennedy gets the call. 3rd down and 9. Bernier right to his right. We've got a double wing on the right side and wide to the right, Jackson Foster. 1 receiver wide to the left, 3rd down and 11. Back to throw, Kennedy fires. It is caught there by Foster. Foster cuts inside, close to the stick. And if he didn't get it, it certainly set up a very makeable 4th down. But Kennedy with all kinds of time, AJ, and if he's got that much time, he can pick you apart.
That was a nice little pass there.
It is short, but they are going to measure. So an official's timeout with 2:51 left in the first quarter, and they will bring the chain gang on the field.
We're going to see great shot here from Tyler working camera for us today. We had to be able to discern this pretty well. We're not down the line, but we had to get a pretty good idea.
Yeah, we are up on a perch here, which is great at Winslow in the upper tier of the press box, right at the 50-yard line. And it's a first.
Wow, by the nose.
Got it by that much. So it's a 1st down for MCI. Kennedy completes the pass to Foster. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 25-yard line. MCI trailing 8-0. All right, Kennedy receives the play.
Tell you what, despite the fact that these offenses operate the completely different ways, MCI with those boards, they take just as much time as Winslow anyway.
They do. They take all the time they can. Kennedy comes out in the shotgun, of course. 1st and 10 from the 25. 8-0 Winslow. MCI's got a drive going, though. Kennedy back to throw. Time now floats out of the pocket. Now it closes down. Now he runs, and he is an excellent athlete. He's submarined down low by Isaiah Costigan at the 21-yard line. So Kennedy scrambling gets 4.
We'll bring up 2nd down.
Caleb Kennedy is a senior. Started last year. Plenty of experience. So he picks up 4 to the 21-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 6. Clock running, 1:50 to go in the first. It is 8-0 Winslow. Wide to the right side, Foster. 2 receivers left. Bernier is the running back. Beside Caleb Kennedy. Kennedy. Shotgun snap. Hands to Bernier. Bernier spinning inside, trying to go over left tackle. Nothing there. Winslow just swallowed that up. At the bottom of the pile there for the Raiders, Lucas Spencer.
Let's say that was the first actual rush for MCI, because thus far it's just been Kennedy carrying out of the shotgun.
So it is 3rd and 6. 3rd down and 6 for Caleb Kennedy and company. Kennedy sends 3 to the right this time, 1 to the left. Winslow will rush 4. 3rd and 4 at the 21. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kennedy taking a long time. Shotgun snap, back to throw, has oodles of time, lobs it open, end zone, touchdown, Foster.
Kennedy's pass complete to number 12, Jackson Foster.
That was as easy as you please.
And that one even hung up there a little bit, but he was able to come down with it, and Winslow just didn't wasn't able to close the gap in time.
So Kennedy, a 21-yard pass to Foster.
Two-point conversion.
Comes with 41 seconds left in the first quarter, and now they'll go for 2 to try and tie it.
How about this? Got MCI chasing points.
Unless they don't have a reliable kicker.
Could be true. That's true. That's a fair point, Mike.
And Kersey usually does their kicking, but they are going to go for 2. All right, they have trips to the right on the wing, 1 to the left. Kennedy rolls right. Looks, lobs, end zone. Oh, he missed his man. Wide open there was Dante Burnham, and he overshot him. So the 2-point attempt is no good. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. Each team has had the ball once. Each team has scored that one time they've had the ball. The score here in Winslow. Winslow 8, MCI 6. This is high school football on the score.
Raising money for our cause. Supporting our neighbors. Helping to recognize those that should be recognized. Providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
MCI Huskies ready to kick it off after driving down for a touchdown. Oscar Kersey ready to do the honors. Back to return. Alex Hardy's in the middle. On the near side is Hobby. On the far side is Fortin. On the opening kickoff of the game, Kersey pooched it short. Let's see what the lefty does this time. 8-6 Winslow. Still a little bit short, and it's blown dead because MCI was offsides. So that'll back them up 5.
Given those running backs back there, much better chance to find some space.
And it's probably time to bring them up because I'm not sure that Kersey can reach them.
We're up a little higher, but it's a pretty decent breeze, too.
Still, he's not getting a lot.
Oh, I meant again going because it's blown across the field, so it's not helping him.
I mean, I seriously would bring the 3 deep men up 10, 15 more yards. Let them field a short kick. So Kersey, who marks off 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards. Let's see if he can kick it that far.
He's going to Happy Gilmore this.
Another short one, and right there to field it for the Black Raiders is fullback Jacob Garcia. And Winslow's going to have outstanding field position at the 50-yard line. They might want to come up with a new strategy on kickoffs.
They're going to have to figure something out because that was a nice job. Just by simply catching that, you guaranteed yourself basically your own 40.
So Winslow, first drive at the 37, now at midfield. That makes life a lot easier for an offense. 1st and 10 from the 50. Raiders up 8-6. 2-point conversion, obviously the difference by Hassan Hobby. Double wing. The fullback for the Raiders, Broderick Bimson. First and 10 from the 50. Looks like they had 2 men in motion. They did. This will come back. Might have been blown dead pre-snap, but it was illegal motion on Winslow. There were 2 men in motion at the same time.
I say, luckily, both teams, neither of them got called for that illegal formation that the NFL's decided they're going to throw 45 flags a game for.
That game last night was a debacle. Forget the score, forget who won. First of all, doing it in Brazil with all the political stuff going on, I'm not so sure about that. The field was horrible.
Yeah, the field
The
was
officiating was horrible. And Jordan Love might be hurt really badly for the Packers.
Yeah, I saw this morning his ACL's intact. But, it's not a good game if the head referee in the middle of the third quarter has lost his voice.
I know. That was just terrible. I mean, I don't have Peacock, so I didn't watch it, but I listened to it when we were driving home from our game last night. Wow. First and 15 from the 45. Winslow in the double wing, 33 seconds to go in the quarter. A pitch to Fortin, a handoff to Hassan. Look out. He's over midfield into MCI real estate and down at the 44-yard line. So he got about 12 on a first and 15. A handoff and then a pitch. A pitch, then a handoff.
You can't stop Hassan Hobby. You can only hope to contain him.
14 seconds left in the quarter, and that will run the clock out. Offenses have ruled here in the first. Both teams have had the ball once. Both teams have scored. After one from Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow, the score, the Winslow Black Raiders 8 and the MCI Huskies 6. You're watching and listening to high school football on the place for local sports, The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here in Winslow after 8-6 Raiders over MCI, and we've got some interesting college scores this afternoon.
Well, of course, the big game this afternoon for the noon kickoff, right, is that Texas-Michigan matchup. Yep. Texas has the ball, couple minutes left in the first half, 17-3. They're at the Michigan 8.
Oh, they're leading Michigan?
Yeah, 17-3. Surprising one. Penn State at home, number 8 Penn State against Bowling Green, the powerful Bowling Green team. 24-17 Bowling Green in Happy Valley.
So not so happy in Happy Valley this afternoon, right?
No.
Okay. Coming up at halftime, all of the scores from last night, the first Friday night of football. We'll have the partials from today as well. 2nd and 5 here for the Raiders. Actually, take that back. It's 2nd and 4 for the Raiders. Line of scrimmage, the 44-yard line of MCI. They lead it 8-6. Pomerleau brings them out. Double wing formation. Fortin on the right side. Hobby on the left. Bimpson the fullback. Fortin gets the little pitch. Finds a hole over left tackle. Then it closes down quickly. Tackled by Caleb Rush. Looked like it was going to go. Then it didn't. A couple. It'll set up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it kind of feels like maybe a little bit, right, Mike? Not to take anything from Hobby, but MCI may be focusing a lot on Fortin because he struggled to find ground, and I think Hobby had initially taken advantage of that, getting lost in the shuffle a little bit.
3rd and 1. Ball right in the middle of the field at the 41-yard line. 10 men up in the box for MCI. Pomerleau brings him out. On 3rd down and 1. Man in motion. That motion man is Hobby. 1st down and more, and he slams inside the 35. Hassan Hobby down to the 32. Finally, Bernier finished him off, but Hassan Hobby, all 5'9", 155 of them, gets the 1st down.
Just pounding the rock. He picks up, 9 more? Here's Hobby's got 7 carries, 67 yards, Mike.
He is a weapon.
On his way to the century mark and then some.
West Littlefield could not rave enough about Hassan Hobby and what he has become as a player. Loves the kid. He's a great kid, too. 1st and 10 from the 32. From the double wing, what else? 10 men up. Little pitch to Hobby. Hobby 2 hands on the ball. 25. Hobby down to the 20. Slammed to the turf there, but that should be a 1st down. And literally, AJ, you said it. You can't stop Hassan Hobby. You can only hope to contain him. That's the way it's gone so far.
They have not. It seems like he's ripped off almost 10 yards every carry. I mean, that one, what was it, from the 32 down to 21, give him 11 more, 8 carries, 78 yards.
He's piling up the yardage. 8-6 Winslow. 10:15 to go in the first half. Offenses have ruled.
And you know, the dangerous thing if you're MCI is at some point, Hobby's going to get it first. He's going to hand off to Fortin, and it's not like Fortin can't take it to the house.
First and 10 from the 21. It'll probably happen. Double wing, Hobby in motion. Handoff fullback, Bimson. Somebody's got a handful of jersey. That was Bernier. And Bimson was able to drag him to the 19 for a gain of 2. Bernier grabbed that jersey and would not let go.
Keep him honest, pound it up outside. But, yeah, that one, that's how, if you're going to tackle a big guy like Bimson, you got to get him early before he gets his feet chugging.
2nd and 8. Winslow inside the red zone at the 19. 9.5 to go in the first half, leading 8-6. Hobby, wing left. Fortin, wing right. Bimson, the fullback. Pomerleau sets him down. 2nd and 8. Hassan Hobby again. Rides his block outside to the 15. Breaks a tackle, and Hobby down to the 13. Finally finished off on the play by Caleb Rush. Let's see. After they take a look at it, it is short. So 3rd down and a yard. Ball is on the 13-yard line. 3rd down and a yard. Maybe a little more than a yard. Certainly 2-down territory for Winslow, although Hobby certainly has range for a field goal, but I don't think West Littlefield's going for any field goals here. 3rd down and about a yard. Double wing, 9 men up. Pomerleau turns. Hands to Fortin, breaks a tackle. He is absolutely going to waltz into the end zone for a touchdown.
That was a nice little juke. Had met a man in the hole, made him lose his sneakers, and he was off to the end zone.
There weren't sneakers these days in football?
Cleats. You're probably right. It's grass cleats. We had a whole conversation with Tatum Doucette about specifically that.
So Fortin with a 13-yard run. Easy touchdown run after he avoided that first tackle. And for the Raiders, a 50-yard drive. They will go for 2, even with the great leg of Hobby. They're going to go for 2. 14-6. Double wing, and obviously on the 2-point conversion, ball right in the middle of the field. Hobby gets the carry. Hobby breaks a tackle, powers in. Look at the power of 155 pounds there as he absolutely hammered Caleb Rush. And he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Winslow 2 for 2 on 2s, and the score is Winslow 16 and MCI 6, 8:23 to go. We're back after this on The Score.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Hassan Hobby, who just barreled into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, now will do something he does really well, and that's kick a football. And back to return Rush and Kennedy. Hobby footed the ball, drives a low one, and it hits the shins there of Rush. 15-20, 25 Rush tackled at the 24-yard line, flying through there to make the stop for Winslow, Eli Overlock. And we were talking during the break, AJ, that touchdown drive, and specifically focusing on the O-line.
Well, yeah, when we were here for the legend of the game, which is coming soon, we're not going to tell you who it is yet. one of the we were here for Winslow's practice, and their offensive line is big, but one of the things you talked about to Coach Littlefield in the opening drive full interview, which I think is up on your Facebook page.
Yes.
If you want to hear the whole
Score's
thing.
Facebook page, too.
1160 Score is that the big, in top of the size they have, they were really young last year, so you bring back an offensive line with a lot more experience this year, and I think you're seeing it.
They're not young anymore. They're more experienced and better. All right, Kennedy in the gun. 1st and 10 from the 24. After the kickoff here. Kennedy awaits the snap. Fires it right side, and he never really got a good grip on that ball, diving on it as rush, thinking it might be a lateral, but it is not. It's just an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, and again, I'm not sure Kennedy ever had a full grip on that football.
It didn't look like it the way it kind of just flooded out of there. And the other thing, Mike, is how about the mental impact of what Winslow does, right? So for MCI right now, because Winslow scored twice, but now you're down 2 scores instead of 1, even though you scored, and then you just don't feel like you can stop them, so all of a sudden you're chasing points, and you know they're going to shorten the game.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of chasing points unless you don't have a kicker. If you've got a reliable kicker, until I need to, I'm not going for 2. All right, they were spread out as they can be. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Bernier's the running back. Back to throw Kennedy. Scoots over to the right. Looks downfield, directs a man downfield, throws it down there, up for grabs. It is over the head of everyone. The closest player to it, Bryce Whitman, the defensive back for Winslow, number 25. It is incomplete. Great coverage by the Raiders. They took everything away there.
And, that was a really nice job. And here now for your MCI, Mike, you're in danger zone because if you go 3 and out, you know minimum you're probably going to run 5 more minutes of game clock off before you see the ball again.
Yeah, and you don't have your regular punter either.
Plus, again, not a deep MCI team, so a lot of guys playing 2 ways.
Yep, Shorey normally punts. He is out. A freshman, Cook, is going to punt when they do get to that. 3rd and 10.
I think Kennedy, I think you're going to get you spread him out, obviously. I think Kennedy's going to keep this. He has to. You got to get this close.
2 and 2. 3rd and 10 from the 24. Now sends a man in motion. That's Badgett. Kennedy. Now he's going to run the football. He throws the football, and it's incomplete again. The closest man to it was a Winslow player, Isaiah Costigan, and Kennedy was in the grasp just as he got that ball away. He was in the unloving arms of Jacob Garcia. So 4th and 10, and they're going to have to kick the football.
And how about that? Winslow, known for their relentless ground and pound and their shutdown, no-fly defense.
All right, so Bernier, is he in to kick?
Kennedy's standing there.
Is Kennedy there to block? I think so, but Bernier is going to punt on 4th and 10. Snap is okay. He gets rid of it. It's a low kick, picked up by Fortin at the 50. Got just a marker down, and Fortin able to get nowhere. Good pursuit there by Caleb Rush on special teams. But Winslow, the ball back after a 3 and out, and they have it at the 50 again.
And this is where Winslow, the definition of about to be taking the air out of the ball.
So the Raiders with a great opportunity to really open up the score, leading 16-6, 7:58 to go in the first half. Their offense has had the ball twice. They have run it right down MCI's throat twice. Every play has been a run except one. All right, Hobby wing left, Fortin wing right, the fullback Bimson. 10 men up. 1st and 10 from the 50. Tucker Parmelo fakes, he's going to throw it. Parmelo fires it down, and it's incomplete, intended for the tight end Harding. Too much air under that, a little more line on that, and you've got a potential big play. So 2 pass attempts in the game, 2 incompletions for Winslow.
On top of that, I think you see a little bit of maybe Parmelo getting used to the position because he's just going to run back as far as he can. He didn't need to because he actually allowed one of the edge rushers to get a run on him. If he stops, his tackle can push him right around him, and he can step and throw.
2nd and 10 from the 50. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 7:53 to go in the half. 16-6 Winslow. Parmelo on 2nd and 10. Little pitch to Hobby. Hobby grabbed from behind, wrapped up from behind, but look at the power of 155 pounds, dragging 2 men there, including Bernier. He got 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Today's game is brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs to choose from. Find your passion. Your future begins here at cmcc.edu.
As you saw on the Mid-State Machine replay there, adjustment. Foster had to be careful though. He had the hands close to inside the up there inside the shoulder pads.
3rd and 5. Ball just inside the 45, officially marked at the 44. From the double wing. Fortin goes in motion. They go fullback Bimson, and Bimson nowhere to go. Bernier had a big old handful of them and wouldn't let go. And Bimson only able to get to the 43, just inside the 44 at the 43. So obviously a 4th down and 5. And wholesale lineup changes. Does that mean they're going to punt or not? We're going to find out.
I mean, it's
they're going to punt.
I'm a little bit surprised with how they've been able to run the ball, but given the fact that they, I think defensively have done a not too bad job, I can understand it.
Pomerleau the punt. He'll get rid of it near his own 45. Snap is on the money. Nice kick. Goes over the head of Rush and into the end zone for a touchback. Well, you were hoping to get that ball inside the 10-yard line, but it's a touchback and an actual break for MCI. And I'm actually surprised West Littlefield didn't go for the first down on 4th down.
Yeah, I figured the way that you've been able to move the ball, you thought that maybe you'd be able to push him off the line and at least make it close. I can understand the decision. It was a really nice punt from Pomerleau. It bounced a couple times before it hit the end zone, just couldn't track it down from your flankers.
And a smart job by the return men to let it go.
Yes.
All right, 1st and 10, MCI football back. They've had success, not on the last couple of drives, though. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Huskies. Kennedy in the shotgun, 3 to the right. Back to throw. Fires it right side, caught by Foster. Foster's got their touchdown, zigzags through traffic. Foster to the 25, to the 27. Good run after the catch. Some serious rack there by Foster.
And that's a nice job. Again, it's just a real simple throw. No reads necessary. The Kennedy knows exactly where he's throwing that.
Gain of 7. It is 2nd down and 3. A running clock, 5:45 to go in the first half, 16-6 Winslow. Good crowd here this afternoon on a cloudy yet comfortable day, 66 degrees. Good football weather last night, good football weather this afternoon. 2nd down and 3 from the 27. Kennedy from the gun. Kennedy's going to run it himself, looks for a hole, gets wrapped up, and he's just short of the 30-yard line. The spot is right on the 30 on the near side by the official. If that's where it is, I believe.
3rd and short.
Well, he's saying 3rd and short. Boy, I'd want to get a measurement of that. They're saying it is now.
No, head ref came in and said 1st down.
Now the referee comes in and says, yeah, first. And you can hear the Winslow coaching staff saying the ball is short, and I kind of agree with them.
I think a measurement at least.
You got to measure that because, again, we're not on the 30-yard line, obviously. We are at the 50. But where the stick was and where that ball was, there's some distance between the two.
Well, especially this one shouldn't be hard to necessarily line up because it was a touchback, so it starts flush on the 20.
I think we need that electronic first down gadget thing. What do you say?
I'm with you.
I want robot umpires and I want gadget electronic first down markers. 1st and 10 from the 30. Caleb Kennedy, the senior quarterback, sends 3 to the right. Back to throw. Now rolls right. Looks down and the ball caught. No, Foster couldn't hang on, a little bit behind him. I think he still thinks he should have caught it. Almost picked off on the tip by Hardy. Incomplete.
Yeah, well, not just that. A defensive, I think it's 66 for Winslow. I don't know if he got a piece of it, but he was in the window too. There was just a lot of arms that one had to find its way through. Seth Bard.
2nd and 10 from the 30. 4:35 on the clock. Stops on the incompletion. 16-6 Winslow. All right, Kennedy has him where he wants him. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Bernier, the running back. 2nd and 10. Kennedy drifts to the right, throws it down. It is caught there on the right side by Dante Burnham, and Burnham out of bounds on the sideline route. Short gain, only about 4. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Hit by Timothy Knowles, number 24. Will bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 6. He got out of bounds, too. Stopped the clock, 4:27 to go in the first half.
Yeah, as much as anything for MCI, obviously you need to score because now with the 2 2-point conversions from Hassan Hobby for Winslow.
Now a timeout called. MCI takes a timeout, the first timeout taken by either team today. Timeout on the field. We'll take it too. 4:27 to go in the first half here at Jerry Poulin Field in Winslow. The score, the Raiders 16, the MCI Huskies 6. Back with more football in a moment.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Mike Violet, A.J. Knight, our score crew back here at Jerry Poulin Field in Winslow. MCI takes a timeout. We're ready to rock and roll here. 3rd and 6 from the 34. Trailing 16-6. Ball on the right hash. They'll send 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Caleb Kennedy, the senior quarterback, looking it over. 3rd and 6. Back to throw after the direct snap. Lobs it, and it's incomplete. Again, behind the intended receiver, Dante Foster. Good coverage there by Isaiah Costigan. It is 4th and 6.
That will bring up 4th down.
He had a chance there. I think there's a good chance there for his receiver to body up and make that catch, but behind him, nobody had a shot at it, not even Costigan.
All right, so last time Bernier punted, we had heard that Cook was going to punt. It's going to be Bernier again.
Those darn Husky coaches gaming us.
Back to return. Liam Fortin's back there with Alex Hardy. Bernier. Short punt. And Fortin, it hits him. That's a loose ball. I don't know what he was thinking there. He ran up to the ball as if to catch it, then spread his arms out. It hit his chest, and it was recovered by Winslow and Seth Bard. So Winslow dodges a bullet there, and yet again with great first down at their own 49, or great field position, that is, at their own 49-yard line. So Winslow with the ball, 4:18 to go in the first half, trying to expand on a 16-6 lead. 1st and 10 from the 49. Pomerleau brings him out. And they're not in the double wing. How about a wing T for your pleasure?
Interesting.
See what they run out of this. Pomerleau's going to keep it himself, trying to get around the corner, and he's run down from behind, and a late flag on the play. Bernier with the tackle, and a flag from the back judge. See what the call is here.
Mike, did that look like maybe a bit of a busted play? I don't feel like Pomerleau necessarily was.
I don't know. I just think he was tentative. It's holding, too, so it's going to cost him 10 as MCI will take the penalty. I think he was just tentative. I think that was the call all the way. So holding call on Winslow will cost him 10 from the spot of the foul. And it'll back the Raiders up to their own 39, and they haven't been backed up this far in their own territory much in this game. Their first drive, which they scored on, started at the 37.
10-yard penalty will remain first.
So first and 20 now from the 39-yard line. Let's see if they go back to their traditional double wing. Nope. Going to stick with that wing T.
Interesting.
Fortin, Bimson, and Hobby. From bottom to top. Hobby with a give. Hobby turns the corner, 45. Hobby midfield, and he got a lot of it back, about 10, maybe 11 of it back.
Tackled by Rush.
Rush on the stop right at midfield, so
Second down.
it will be second down and about 8. Second and 8 for the Raiders. Running clock here, 3.5 to go. In the first half, Raiders up 16-6. Coming up at halftime, we'll run down the scores from the first Friday night of football, also the partials from today. Second and 8 from the 50, from the tee. The turn, the give to Fortin. Liam Fortin, blockers in front. He gets outside. There's a lot of room. 40, down to the 30. Fortin to the 20. Fortin to the 10. Fortin to the 5. Fortin to the end zone. Touchdown, Winslow.
Fortin with the carry.
Whoops, we have 2 flags down.
Down on the play.
And it's coming back. A beautiful run by Liam Fortin, but holding was called again.
Man, Winslow had a super clean. Both teams, I don't think we had a flag in the first quarter. Super clean. Now we're picking up some laundry, and that erases a 50-yard touchdown run.
So holding the call. Second holding penalty on the drive. This one really painful because it took away a beautiful run by Liam Fortin. And the ball back to the 44-yard line. So the Raiders have shot themselves in the foot here with the 2 holds. So second down and about 15. Second and 15. They're at the 44-yard line. Ball on the left hash. They'll stick with the tee. Still 10 men up on the line of scrimmage in the box for MCI. Parmelo on second down and 15. Hands to Hassan. Hassan Hobby, that is, and Hobby got tripped up.
Hobby the carry.
There was
Hobby tripped up by Oscar Kersey.
There was a lane there, but like you said, he just kind of stumbles his way through, I think, a little bit of a generous spot.
So Hassan Hobby only gets a yard or so. So third and long.
So that last carry by Hobby before the Fortin run that was taken back with a holding, he did go over the century mark. He's got 12 for 102.
Good half.
Hunting for that player of the game honors.
Third down, 13. Now they go back to the double wing. And a timeout called by West Littlefield. He takes time, so will we. 2:10 to go in the first half here at Jerry Poulin Field in Winslow. The score is Winslow 16, MCI 6. Back after this with more football on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs.
We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half here at Jerry Poulin Field in Winslow. Winslow taking a timeout, and they have a 3rd and 13. MCI with an opportunity here for a big stop and a chance to get the ball back before halftime and close this 10-point gap they're facing, 16-6. Raiders going to spread it out. How about this? They come out in the gun. They look like MCI. 4 wide, 2 left, 2 to the right. Bimson the fullback. Pomelo out of the gun. And jumping offside, the nose tackle.
That'll help.
That'll give you a free 5. Brody Davidson ready to shotgun snap it. And all of a sudden, his hand got hit by Carradine Bryson. So Bryson commits the penalty. And that makes it 3rd and 8.
The other thing, too, is it makes it easier for obviously Winslow to pick up enough of a chunk to go for from 4th. Excuse me.
So 3rd down and 8. Going in motion is Fortin. Fortin, the jet sweep. Fortin bounces outside. Fortin breaks a tackle, 45-40. That lane is open again, 30. To the inside, to the 20. Fortin galloping. He's going to score! Touchdown, Liam Fortin! Another magnificent run. After the first one got called back, he goes 50 to the house.
Fortin says, oh, you took away my 50-yard touchdown? I'll just have to do it again.
And he did. So on a 3rd and 8, Fortin goes 50 for the touchdown. And Winslow going to keep on trucking with the 2s. They're 2 for 2 on 2s. They lead 24-6 after the gallop by Fortin. And now they're going to go for 2. They'll go from the tee. Hobby, Bimson, and Fortin. Left to right as you see it. The pitch, Fortin cuts to the inside, hit, and he can't get there. So Fortin's run is no good, and Winslow will settle for 6. 1:57 to go in the first half. It's the Raiders 24, the MCI Huskies 6. You're watching and listening to high school football on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here at Poulin Field in Winslow. Advice to myself, never believe the scoreboard operator when they put the score on the scoreboard. It's only 22-6.
Yeah, they're manifesting that 3rd straight 2-point conversion, but unfortunately Fortin didn't make it in.
So 22-6, and Fortin will kick off. Rush and Kennedy back to return. He booms it, and it is caught high by Rush at the 10, or Kennedy at the 10, 15, 20. Bounces to the outside 30, 35. He's an excellent runner, and a late flag comes in, thrown by the side judge as Kennedy returned it to the 35-yard line. That's a 25-yard return. Let's see what the call is here. It is holding on MCI, so that's going to cost him 10 from the spot of the foul. 1:50 to go. They'll back it up 10 yards, and this spread offense will start instead at the 25-yard line.
Husky ball 1st and 10 on the 25-yard.
That was a 51-yard drive, 50, of course, on the run by Fortin.
Which he did twice.
Right. He had to do it again. After a penalty took away a great run the first time, that run was equally as exciting and entertaining.
He had to cut back at the end, so he had a little more jazz to it.
I like that. Across the grain. All right, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 to the left. For Caleb Kennedy, $1.50 to work with and 2 timeouts. 1st and 10 from the 25. Kennedy veers over to the right, looks, fires on the sideline. Ball is caught, and getting out of bounds there for MCI is Dante Burnham. That's a play that's been there a couple of times for MCI today, and he did not get out of bounds. I take it back. My mistake there. He was kept in bounds. Good play by Winslow, or was he? Now they stop it.
Well, they did. Well, you hammered that out.
He must have gone out then.
Yeah, I think he went out of bounds. 2 timeouts each for Winslow and MCI. for those keeping score at home.
And who knows? You might just be. 2nd and 3 from the 32. Kennedy from the gun as the sun threatens to come out. Direct snap. Looks, has plenty of time. Over the middle, there's a man open and making the catch. In the center of the field is Foster. Almost an interception, but Foster able to grasp onto it and take it into Winslow territory to the 42-yard line. 17-8, that's a 25-yard gain.
Wasn't on the 32, though? So 18-8.
Okay.
I'm asking.
With math, I'm going to defer to anyone else in the booth.
I think it's 18-8, 26.
26-yard gain. 1st and 10 from the 42. Kennedy trailing 22-6. Back to throw. Looking left. Looking. Throws it over his man. Incomplete. Intended once again for Foster. I'm not sure if he ran the wrong route or Kennedy threw it in the wrong direction. But they got their signals crossed.
And worth noting, like you said, Mike, for any of those obviously joining in, MCI short-handed, specifically at the receiver position.
Yeah, Connor Reynolds out sick today. Drew Shorey, who's a backup, and their punter also out sick. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 1:12 to go. MCI reading the posters. They don't play fast, even though they don't huddle. They do not play fast.
They take their time.
All right, 2 to the right, 2 to the left.
Confusion here.
And they got to get set, got to get another guy in the line of scrimmage, and they do. 2nd down and 10. Man coming in motion is Rush. Kennedy drifts to the right, looks, his man is there, and oh, what a great catch by Foster. Foster hauls it in at the 28-yard line. A full extension to bring it down and give MCI a 1st down with 1:05 to go. That's a brilliant catch by Jackson Foster, just a sophomore.
He had to climb the ladder for that one.
Clock running, precious time here. There's where this offense is a detriment. They should be playing fast.
And they've got 2 timeouts.
They have lost almost 25 seconds waiting to call a play. 41 seconds to go, still taking their sweet time. We're under 10 seconds on the play clock. Man goes in motion. They just get it off. They hand off to Burnham. Burnham with nowhere to go. Winslow keeps him in bounds. Well, not exactly the greatest sequence that MCI is ever going to have. They let about 40 seconds run off the clock without even running a play. Now they call time, and we'll keep it right here with 22 seconds to go. They trail 22-6, and they're going to have a 2nd down and about 5 when play resumes.
I don't understand why you don't use a timeout that didn't call it a running play when you're in the hurry-up. That doesn't make any sense to me. Burn the timeout.
We've seen some interesting handling of each team's offense between last night's game and this game here today. I don't understand how you don't play with a sense of urgency. And I know they have a system, but you would think that they practice something to play fast in a spot like this.
Also, not to make a correction here, Mike, I believe the sticks are down at the 22, and that is – the ball is currently at the 31, so he got, 1? No, excuse me. Yeah, right?
I'm not sure.
I take it back. The sticks are down at the 18. I can't do math, so he lost yards. Yeah. So not only all that, he lost yards. I believe about 4.
Yeah, it's 2nd down and about 14.
So
22 seconds. I'm sorry, AJ.
I was just going to say that just kind of further illustrates the debacle. You burn 35 seconds trying to get the play in. You direct snap it, and then you lose 4 yards.
At least.
And you call the timeout anyway. It's not a good execution, I think.
2nd and 14, and if they make a play here and get, say, the 1st down, the clock will stop. But they haven't been able to play fast. 2nd and 14 from the 32. Back to throw Kennedy. Kennedy with time now, flush from the pocket. Kennedy going right to the sideline and right out of bounds, and Fortin just let him go with 16 seconds to go.
Fortney.
And technically a sack there because the line of scrimmage is 31. He went out at the 32.
So give him a sack.
So this last two plays just not unfolding well for the Huskies.
16 seconds to go. So what's the name of that store that sells all the arts and crafts supplies? Michael's, is it? Or what are some of the other ones?
Joann's.
So I would imagine the MCI coaching staff before the season has to go to one of those stores in order to get the poster board, right? That's got to be in the budget. 3rd down and 14 from the 32. Kennedy fakes a handoff, now rolls to the right, throws it to the middle of the field, and it's caught there by Foster. Foster tackled from behind by Hardy, and that's going to run the clock out unless they take a timeout. They do. All right, Hardy hauled down Foster at the 19-yard line. So now MCI takes their final timeout, and they're going to have to take a crack at the end zone, I would think.
Yeah, so they don't get the first down.
Yeah, they're about 1.5 yards short, but that doesn't matter now. That's neither here nor there. You've got to go for 6. So let's see what Tom Bertrand and Alex Bertrand have in their bag of tricks for a 4th down play that will come from the 18 of Winslow.
Yeah, while we're waiting for this snap, by the way, Mike, that was Foster's 6th catch, 94 yards.
Had a good half. He's got a touchdown, their only touchdown.
So he's had himself a half. It's just that this is only their 3rd offensive possession, 4th offensive possession. Winslow just really shrinks that game down. You're going to have to do the most you can because it's going to be less possessions than in a normal game.
Yep, possessions are very precious.
And then credit to the Winslow defense, Mike, because on that first drive, of course, MCI scores. They don't get the 2-point conversion, but they were 2 for 2 on 3rd down. Since then, they are 0 for 3, including, I think, there's a 3 and out in there that Winslow couldn't take advantage of. But
all right, so 4th and 1 is the official down and distance, but in essence, it's 4th and 18. They got to go for the end zone here. Kennedy, after the timeout, sets them up. Has 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, has Bernier right with him in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Kennedy to throw, lobs it, end zone. It's tipped and hit and incomplete. Great play by Hardy as he absolutely crashed Burnham just when the ball got there. And Winslow will take over on downs with 2.8 seconds left. Got a replay on that one, AJ?
Yes, we do. There's the throw just to see. That's a good play there. It's actually through some traffic again, but for Winslow, nice. Just get the hand in there, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Don't need to do anything fancy with it. And Hardy does a nice job knocking that down.
So Winslow takes over on downs at their own 18-yard line. Long conversation between Tucker Pomerleau and West Littlefield.
Annexation of Puerto Rico?
Contemplating the Louisiana Purchase, I believe. Which really was like us going to the France version of Marden's and getting all those states basically for nothing. You know?
More of the record. Mike, what was the Fumblerooski from Little Giants? just so we're clear, I want everybody to follow along.
So what does Winslow do? They come out, spread out in the shotgun. A handoff, though, to Hobby. Hobby turns the corner, 25 to the 30, and that runs the clock out. And so ends the first half. The Winslow Black Raiders with a dominant performance here. They lead by 16 at halftime. The score from Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. The Winslow Black Raiders 16 and the MCI Huskies 6. Halftime is coming up next on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, Manufacturing Manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Raising money for a cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. Halftime, and it's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. Serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is Hammond Lumber. You can find them online at hammondlumber.com. 22-6, Winslow on top of MCI. Both teams scored on their first possessions in the first quarter. Winslow won the coin toss, elected to receive, and they went 63 yards for a touchdown. Here was a big part of it right here.
A big part of just their first half, but that's what got it started as we get ready to show you the touchdown here in the first half.
Yeah, it ends up Hassan Hobby doing a lot of the work all the way down to the one, and then they did the old Philly special Winslow style and slammed it into the end zone, and 2-point conversion run by Hobby, and it was 8-0. Here's Caleb Kennedy in action as MCI got the ball and went 50, excuse me.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's was mislabeled. So they skipped the MCI touchdown, then you got the Fortin touchdown.
Okay. All right, so here is a punt.
The break for the Black Raiders here.
Yeah, it hit Fortin right in the chest. I thought he was going to try to catch it, but he didn't. It hit his chest. Winslow recovered the ball, but not to worry because Fortin more than made up for it with this terrific touchdown run. But it didn't count because of a holding penalty. Great run by Fortin from the 50. So, all right, that didn't work. Here's Caleb Kennedy.
And these are a couple big passes. Foster ended up salvaging a pretty nice first half.
He had an excellent first half. Excellent receiver. Made a couple of terrific catches. One up very high. This may be it. It is. Watch the extension here, and Burnham bringing it down. And eventually,
this is that fourth down play. So obviously after a little bit of clock mismanagement, MCI here, chance of fourth down to try and go for the score.
Yeah, they went to the end zone for Burnham, and Burnham had it knocked away. Alex Hardy with a good play there right at the end, and that's how we got to 22-6. Got some numbers?
Just kind of two diametrically opposed offenses for Winslow, all on the ground. 2 pass attempts for Parmelo, neither of them completed. 68 yards, 2 touchdowns on 6 carries for Fortin. That's over 10 yards, over 11 yards a carry. For Hassan Hobby, he picked up 12 there to close out the half. 13 carries, 114 yards. No touchdowns for him. So they combined between Fortin and Hobby, you've got 19 rushes for 182 yards, nearly 10 yards a pop between the both of them.
Getting it done.
On the other side, for MCI, Kennedy's the leading rusher, 6 rushes, 11 yards. As a team, they have 8 total rushing yards on 8 carries. He's 19 for 17, though, in the passing game. Foster, you saw a couple highlights. He's 6 for 94. He's got the lone touchdown. And again, Kennedy's total numbers, he's 19 for 17 for...
19 for 17.
Excuse me, 9 for 17. Okay. Thank you. 9 for 17 for 113 yards and a touchdown.
All right, so the numbers heavily in favor of Winslow, no surprise, and the Raiders play like they're going downhill all the time.
Yeah, and I think they attempted 3 2-point conversions. They got the first 2. That's how you get the sort of goofy score. And really put them in a position. MCI decided to, and maybe, again, they're short-staffed or short-handed, a couple players out with illness, and so maybe they don't have a kicker like you said, but they chased the 2-point conversion the first time, don't get it, it's 8-6. Then Winslow gets it again. Now it's 16-6. Now it's a 2-score deficit, and they missed the second one, but it just, Winslow's combining, making you chase points, making you make the decision. MCI chose to chase the points, didn't get it, so now it gets easier to extend the lead, on top of the fact that instead of getting 8, 9, 10 possessions, you maybe get 7 for the game because of the way they move the ball.
Pomelo with a 1-yard touchdown run, then a 21-yard pass. Kennedy to Foster in the first period, but the difference was the 2-point conversion run by Hassan Hobby. 8-6 Winslow at the end of one. Raiders scored at the 3:57 mark of the second quarter. Fortin with a 13-yard touchdown run. Hobby tried to did run in for 2, and it was 16-6 there. And then Winslow another touchdown as Fortin went from 50 yards out. And then Fortin's attempt for the 2, no good. 16-6 at that point. And let's see. 22-6, which is what it is now here at halftime. Let's run down some scores from last night. First of all, our game last night ended up being a wild game, 33-27. Coney hangs on to beat Messalonsky, despite the fact that Coney had leads in the game of 20 to nothing, 27-6, 33-13, but they are able to win 33-27. Deering beat Marshwood 35-8. Ellsworth over Washington Academy 44-22. Falmouth shut out Chevrolet 14-0. Foxcroft Academy, I think they're going to be good. They beat Belfast 71-7.
Wow.
Freeport in 7-man ball beat Dirigo 27-26. Freiburg Academy, they're going to be good. They beat Biddeford 40-8. Hamden Academy over Skowhegan 32-21. Kennebunk over Westbrook 33-7. Lake Region in 8-man ball bombing Yarmouth 46-8. Lawrence with an impressive win to open the season, 26-0 for the Bulldogs over the Gardner Tigers. It was Lewiston 27, Bonnie Eagle 18. Lisbon over Poland 34-27. Maranacook beat Matanocook Academy. A lot of cooks there. 23-14. Too many cooks, you know how they say that goes. Cheer 35-18 for football. We'll be there for girls soccer Monday afternoon when they take on Valley at 4 o'clock. Back to Class A, Portland over Oxford Hills 40-20. Sockabee Valley over Trape Academy 38-18. Scarborough beat EL 28-7. South Portland beat Sanford 35-15. 8-man ball, Spruce Mountain over Waterville 31-24. Stearns 60. Bucksport 8. Thornton Academy thumped Bangor 42-0.
Wow.
It was Wells over Cape Elizabeth 40-0. And Winthrop, the Winthrop Monmouth Halldale team, beat Leavitt, of course, the defending champs and the team that beat everybody last year, 40-0. But Noah Carpenter is now at the University of Maine. So there's that. One other thing before I turn it over to you. One other thing, and that is, gosh darn it, I had it. Oh, it was on Twitter. That's where it was. Now I've lost it, of course.
I was just just going to say, to the point about UMaine, on tonight on the Score.
Montana State.
Travel out to Montana State. Game is at 8 o'clock, I believe.
It is. Pre-game show at 7:30 tonight. Radio only.
Yes.
On the Score. You can hear it on AM 1160 WSKW. You can also stream it live at 1160thescore.com, centralmainsports.com, and the Score app. You can grab that right now at Google Play.
Totally free.
Or the App Store.
Everything is free from us.
One other note on a score from this morning in field hockey. Maddie Niles of Lawrence set a school record this morning. She scored 7 goals in their game with Belfast. She ties the state record for goals in a game and is tied for 4th now on the national list in the NFHS field hockey record book. Wow. For goals in a game. Congratulations to Maddie Niles with a 7-burger that she laid on Belfast today.
And speaking of games we've got coming up that are good ones, not to get too ahead, always check centralmainsports.com or 1160 The Score for our schedule. But a good one, I believe, I want to say Thursday, Lawrence goes to Coney to play field hockey in a big-time matchup.
Yep, we saw Coney in our opener Thursday. They looked awfully good. Even though Winslow got skunked 9-0, I thought they have made improvements from last year, and they're going to be okay. But, yeah, that Lawrence-Coney game should be very interesting. Lawrence, after kind of a down year last year, now we know all about their problems. They don't have a field to play on, so they're playing all over the place. They played on the road today. They're playing on the road Thursday. But they've got Maddie Niles, and when you got Maddie Niles, you're pretty much in every game.
Yes.
She's taking her talents to Merrimack, by the way, full scholarship to play field hockey there.
Yeah, no surprise. One of the premier, potentially the premier state player in the state in field hockey. And then on the other side, not to discredit, we saw Abby Morrill, who doing it a little bit by herself with Caroline Hendrickson down to start the season for Coney. Hopefully they get her for the Lawrence game because that's a big-time matchup. I mean, you're talking potentially a big-time tiebreaker in terms of the heel points between those two, more not really physically, but in terms of the taking the early advantage for two Class B teams who have big-time aspirations when it comes to hardware this season.
22-6, it's Winslow over MCI. Quick break, second half is right around the corner on the Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs.
We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before.
You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything: tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Mr. Hassan Hobby has it teed up at the 20-yard line. Excuse me, at the 40-yard line. MCI wishes he was kicking from the 20-yard line. And Hobby will blast it down to either Caleb Rush or Caleb Kennedy. The Calebs are back there. Kennedy is on the far side as you see it. Rush on the near side. Winslow on top, 22-6. Hobby foot into ball, drives it. And it will be Rush at the 10, to the 15, to the 25. Tries to go outside, got hit there by Alex Hardy. And down he goes in a maze of black and orange. Good coverage by Winslow. 1st and 10 for MCI from their own 22.
MCI will take over first down on the 21 yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 22. Huskies with some work to do, but a whole half to do it in. Good first drive. Since the first drive, they've been stuffed.
Yeah, the last one that showed promise, like you said, is the one at the end of the first half. And then, unfortunately, I think it kind of put themselves behind the bind with some play calling, or play selection, shall I say.
All right, 2 to the right, 2 to the left for Kennedy. Bernier, his bodyguard, right to his right, going in motion rush. On first down. Drifts, lobs it down, man downfield. Rush, he dives. He went all out for that and couldn't haul it down at the 43-yard line. He had beaten Costigan, but the ball just a little bit overthrown.
Nice job by Kennedy extending the play. I thought that was initially sort of a throwaway, but actually not too bad. Put that on a decent spot. I think, again, MCI's down a few players, including, I think, arguably 2 of their top offensive playmakers. And that one, I think, it just a little bit, if you bend that up a little bit, you not only don't have to dive, you can catch that in stride behind the defense.
2nd and 10 from the 22. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. MCI all spread out. Main man Jackson Foster's wide right. He's got their touchdown. Kennedy. Direct snap. Badger in motion. He rolls right. Kennedy looks, stops, fakes. Now right near the sideline, lobs it down. It is caught! Jackson Foster somehow able to pull it down in a maze of players at the 45-yard line. That's a 23-yard pass play. That was a 50-50 ball, and MCI comes down with it.
Foster, I think, has earned a little bit of that trust from Kennedy here this first game of the season. That puts him well over the century mark. Like you said, 23 yards, so now he's sitting at $117 on 7 catches.
Kennedy went right to the sideline before he pulled the trigger.
I thought they were running the same play because of the way he sprinted out to the right again.
1st and 10 from the 45, 2-2. For Caleb Kennedy, the senior quarterback. Winslow will rush 4. Coming in motion, Badger. Kennedy, 2-step drop, fires, man open. Burnham makes the catch. He breaks a tackle from Garcia, and he powers down to the 39-yard line. Giovanni Garcia, the corner there, was right there with him, and as soon as Burnham slipped by him, he got a few more yards. That could have actually been worse if there wasn't some inside coverage there from Winslow. But it is a first down, and the line of scrimmage is the 38.
Yeah, 17 yards on that one. And like you said, that's just a good read from Kennedy because he just sees the cushion. And to your point, that cushion, you have to close that down so quickly. He breaks the tackle. He's got a chance if he can get a quick step up that sideline. Like you said, that's 6.
1st and 10 from the 38. The posters are red. Kennedy ready to go. 2-2. This time Bernier to his left. Well, breaking out wide even more is Foster. 1st and 10 from the 38. Badger in motion. Kennedy to run it. Kennedy can't break a tackle, and a very short gain of a couple of yards there off the left side. That might be a let's keep it honest run. Gain of 2.
I say, Mike, right now, statistically, only 4 players for the Huskies have stats. It's Kennedy, and then the running backs only touched the ball twice, which is, let me give him his credit, Bernier, and then Foster, and Foster's done most of the damage, but then Foster and Burnham. Those are the only ones with stats.
2nd and 8. 9:40 left in the third, 22-6 Winslow. 2nd and 8. For MCI at the 37-yard line. Badger coming in motion across the formation. Kennedy to throw it. Flips it. It is caught. No, Burnham. That one broken up. Garcia got there in time and made the play. So Giovanni Garcia being tested, and he passed there.
They had it again. Kennedy let that one float a little bit on him.
So it is 3rd and 8.
And MCI has not picked up a 3rd down conversion since the first drive of the game for them.
That is quite a stat.
Which they picked up 2 on that drive.
3rd and 8. 9:25 left in the third quarter. Badger in motion to throw it. Kennedy lobs it down, and it is incomplete. He threw it behind Burnham. I thought for a second that Garcia may be able to turn and pick that off, but he could not. So it's 4th and 8.
Garcia, I think, got a late break. I think he had a good chance there, Mike, like you said, but I think initially didn't quite adjust to the ball right away, making sure his man was boxed out and got a late jump over.
So 4th and 8.
Yeah, no surprise here. This is that in high school, right? This is that middle territory. You're in plus territory, but you definitely don't have a kicker here. You're going for it.
4th and 8 from the 37-yard line. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Winslow's going to rush 4. At least that's what they show. Caleb Kennedy in the gun. Kennedy calling signals. Fakes a handoff. Now stops. Fires it downfield. Good coverage down there. Garcia all over Dante Burnham. Garcia had a really, really good series there playing cornerback. And Winslow's going to take it over on downs. So the Raiders will take over at the 37, up 22-6. Good series by Winslow there. And now Tucker Pomerleau We'll get the Raiders started offensively for the first time here in the second half.
That big stop, obviously, on defense to get the turnover on downs. And for Winslow, already up 16 points. Good chance here to burn most of the third quarter and go up 3 scores and feel like with your offense, the way it just dominates time of possession, to really just put this one away.
First and 10 from the 37. Our game today is presented by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. You can find them online at cmautogroup.com. First and 10 from the 37. They come out in the tee, and Winslow sees something wrong. West Littlefield saw something he did not like there, takes a timeout. We'll take a quickie, too. 9:15 to go in the third, 22-6 Winslow. Back in a moment on the score.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
All right, Raiders get things right. West Littlefield had him come out of the huddle and then didn't like what he saw, called a timeout. First and 10 from the 37, post timeout. T formation. You got Hobby, you got Bimson, you got Fortin from bottom to top, as you look at it with Tucker Pomerleau calling signals. First and 10 from the 37. Hand off to Fortin. No! Liam Fortin stuffed Bernier there. They're going for the ball. And Fortin down, a loss on the play, back to the 34, where it will be 2nd and 13. That play just wasn't there. MCI all over it.
How about this, Mike? Fortin been a little bit feast or famine today because his first 4 carries go for 5 yards, and then he has the 13-yard touchdown, the 50-yard touchdown, and then he loses 3 there.
All or nothing is right.
Feast or famine for Fortin today.
All right, 2nd and 13. Go back to the double wing, does Winslow. Little pitch to Hobby. Hobby 40, Hobby 45. Look out, he's at midfield. You can't bring down that 155 pounds. It is not easy. And he wrestles all the way to the 48-yard line.
How about that? From the 34 to the MCI 48, give him
18?
Yes. Way to go.
Way to
go, Mike.
On the go. I calculated that in my math-challenged brain.
How about that? Hobby chewing up all the yards. He's now got a $132 on 14 carries, but the touchdowns 2 to Fortin, 1 to Pomerleau on his only carry.
First and 10, Winslow in MCI real estate at the 48-yard line. To the double wing, 10 men in the box for MCI. 8 minutes to go in the third. In motion, Fortin. They're going to go to Bimson, the fullback, and he got wrapped up. As soon as he got that football, he got wrapped up. It was Carradine Bryson on the tackle.
MCI done a nice job. Bimson popped 13 on his first carry, and that one, they're going to give him a length of the football, maybe. And so we'll give him 1. So he's had 3 straight carries for just a yard.
2nd down and 9, ball just between the 47 and 48-yard line. 2nd and 9. Double wing. Bimson, the fullback. Wing right is Fortin. Wing left is Hobby. 2nd and 9. Fortin in motion. Pitch to him. Fortin cuts inside. Nice cut, 45. Little razzle-dazzle there. Got him to the 42. Little stutter step at the end before he finally got tackled by Rizza, who is a load. And it'll be 3rd down at about 4.
Give him about 5 on that one. He's now at 70 yards on 8 carries. Still a heck of a day, 2 tutties. But it's been feast or famine pretty much for Fortin.
Running clock, 6:40 remaining in the third, 22-6. That was the score at the half. Once again from the double wing. Pomerleau sets him down. Inside handoff to Fortin. Fortin first down 35. Fortin dragging tacklers, still going down to the 29-yard line. Finally, that is finishing him off, Caleb Kennedy. And also Jackson Foster. Foster a little banged up, getting up slow, number 12 in white. We also have a MCI player down at the 43-yard line as well. So an injury timeout on the field. We'll take it to 6:20 to go in the third. The score, Winslow 22, MCI 6. You're watching and listening to high school football on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
The injured MCI player was Carradine Bryson. He just walked off the field under his own power, so good news there. 1st and 10 Winslow after the run by Fortin. Back to throw Pomerleau in the flat. There's Fortin open. 25. Can he break the tackle? No. Good job to drag him down by Jackson Foster in the open field, but Fortin still gets the first. And Winslow, their first completed pass of the day?
Yes. That is the first one.
That is numero uno in the air. So 1st and 10, Fortin from Pomerleau to the 17. Raiders in the red zone, trying to blow this thing open, leading 22-6.
How about that? I think you could argue, I think your soft spot would obviously be for Hobby, and he statistically had a good day. Fortin's got 2 tutties and now a catch.
1st and 10, he's having a good day too. It's a battle for the score player of the game. Double wing. Hobby with the pitch after he went in motion in a maze of traffic, and he powers down to about the 13. He might have the 12 after they unpile everybody.
Yeah, the just impressive thing about Hobby, like you said, despite not really being a big kid, he just doesn't go down at first contact.
Never. I've never seen 155 pounds run in such bruising fashion as he does.
Give him 4. He's got 136 yards, by the way, while we're talking about him, on 15 carries.
Some fine numbers.
Yeah, no joke. He ain't got the tutties, though. Fortin's got 83
Winslow
and 2
coaching
tutties.
staff asking if Hobby's on their fantasy team. Well, if he isn't, that's your problem.
Might we start to get him before the stock rises even more.
2nd and 5 from the 13. They go back to the tee. The handoff, there he is again, Mr. Fortin, and Fortin is inside the 10 to about the 8. That should be a first. And after they unpile and spot the ball, should be 1st and goal to go. Didn't make it. Little bit short. They're going to eye it. And now they're going to measure it, which they should have done earlier on a play where I don't think they had the first down. Now they are going to bring the sticks out. So an official's timeout here for a measurement with 3:50.
Great shot by Tyler here, because the side judge told the head judge, it's short, man. He put up his finger in time. He said, it's short. But they're going to measure, which is, I think, the correct thing to do if you're slightly unsure. And what do you know? The side judge was wrong.
All right. Let's just flip a coin. Let's just Let's just play pin the tail on the donkey here. Let's see what we can get to stick.
And all credit to Tyler Rigney working the camera. That was a great
Excellent
shot
job.
of that. So reset it for me, Mike. Where are we
All
at?
right, how about this? 1st and 10 at the 12.
Okay, 1st and 10 at the 12. Can get the first down without the touchdown.
Absolutely. It's 22-6. They come out in the double wing. Hobby on the left wing. Fortin on the right. Hobby in motion. Handoff, Bimpson, the fullback. He powers up to the 5 and then gets pushed back. So Bimpson gets a taste. Broderick, 5'8", 185. He's a junior.
One of the things, Mike, that is sort of, prime for discussion, I think a little bit past this game, is one of the nice things about having your QB in Parmelo back, too, is that you can, for Winslow, right, you can start to put this stuff on film, and then you can build wrinkles off your wrinkles, right? So you're going to see the hobby pitch and all that stuff, but then once you do that, you can build in those play actions and some other, counters and traps to throw other opposing defenses in the future off.
2nd and goal at the 6. From the double wing, ball on the right hash for what it's worth. Pomelo to Hobby, inside handoff to Fortin. He is absolutely going to waltz into the end zone. Touchdown Winslow, but a flag down late. Might be after the play. Flags thrown. We had some extracurricular activity going on in the middle of the line. It may have come after the touchdown was scored. Let's wait and see. So Fortin tentatively with a 6-yard touchdown run. Let's see what we're going to get here. Personal foul on MCI.
2 personal fouls.
So, yeah.
Or no, so I take that back. I think he was signing to the other sideline. I think I was incorrect. So touchdown's good.
So Fortin with a 6-yard run. Winslow goes 63 yards. And now leading 28-6. They will, I believe, disdain the kick again.
And I say, because that personal foul, right, that's going to be taken on the kickoff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Winslow goes for 2 out of the double wing, leading 28-6. Pomerleau to Hobby, inside handoff, and Hobby waltzes in for 2.
He's got 3.
That makes the score Winslow 30, MCI.
So with 2:32 left in the third quarter, Winslow has opened up the gap. The score, Raiders 30, MCI 6. More football coming after this on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Well, Winslow's Hassan Hobby having a heck of a game on the ground will now kick off. It'll be Rush back to return along with Kennedy. And this is Rush. He drops it at the 13, picks it up 15-20 to the 25, and all things considered after the fumble at the beginning, a decent return to the 27.
Tackle by Hardy.
Hardy on the stop.
MCI will take over first.
So 1st and 10 at the 28 officially.
On the 28-yard line.
And then just struggle here for MCI because you get in that position where now as the deficit grows, you have to drop back. Winslow's done a pretty nice job in coverage. I think more than anything, Foster, despite having over 100 yards, has been just as much a testament to him making some really nice catches.
First and 10 from the 28. Caleb Kennedy with a word with a referee. 2-2 for MCI. Now coming in motion is Braden Badger. Kennedy on the keeper. Kennedy up the middle, open lane there. Kennedy breaks into the secondary. First down 40, 45 midfield. Kennedy trying to angle, high tackle there. No flag down, and Kennedy is down. He went down hard, too, at the 42-yard line. Gets up very slowly, almost a penalty on Giovanni Garcia. Now Kennedy hobbles back to the huddle. Good run.
That was a great run there. Nice job cutting that out to the outside.
So a first down run, and it is first and 10 MCI at the Winslow 42.
So give him 30, right? 22, yep, 30. 30 yards on the run.
Now Kennedy awaits the call. Gets it. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Bernier, his bodyguard, right next to him in the shotgun formation. 30-6 Winslow. We're down to 1:50 to go in the third. Badger in motion. Kennedy rolls right, looks, fires down, and it is picked off. Is that a pickoff? Did he catch it? Yes, Isaiah Costigan with an interception. So Costigan picks it off, and Winslow has forced a turnover.
Now there's definitely laundry on the field. I see it.
Back near the line of scrimmage, there is a flag down, so hang on.
See, before we
anoint Costigan's interception to be official. Do you have that play on replay?
Yes, I do.
Just want to have you look at the hands.
Tough to see his hands. He land on it, but it sure looks like he rolls over pretty quickly, so it'd be hard for me to argue that he trapped it.
Okay, so video replay inconclusive? Is that what you're going to say?
I'd say video replay would say stands not confirmed.
Personal foul on Winslow.
After the play?
I don't know. Referee coming over to talk to West Littlefield. The football is still at the 29.
A long discussion here from the head ref and Coach Littlefield, as you're seeing on the screen there for you, those watching the stream, YouTube on Central Maine Sports. Make sure you subscribe. It's always free.
1160thescore.com. Forget that. All right, so referee back in the middle of the field.
Long discussion here. Looks like Kennedy's getting an explanation from a ref. Because, it just depends wholeheartedly where it happened, right? After the play, it's a pick, and then Winslow gets backed up.
Right, so
it shouldn't be.
The ball, as you can see the official walking perpendicular, they're going to put it there and mark the yard? Yeah, all right.
So I'm going to guess pick and then after the fact.
Yes. So 1 for 15 on the penalty for a personal foul. It'll back Winslow up to the 15. So they still get the ball. Raiders will take that every day. And they have it first and 10 at the 15 with 1:39 to go in the third. So anytime you can get the rock, you take the rock.
Oh, yeah. Especially with an offense like Winslow. You get a 24-point lead. You bleed at least 6 minutes off of game clock pretty much any drive. Now you're back this far, unless Fortin or Hobby bust a big one.
First and 10 from the 15 from the double wing. Bimpson the fullback. Hobby wing left. He goes in motion. Pitch to him. Hobby. Right tackle. And just able to get to perhaps the 19-yard line where the officials are standing. The tackle made on the play by Jackson Foster, who's been really good on both sides of the ball today.
He had a hole there, but it closed up well as they've run that play to death against MCI. Just that little pitch and then fall around that B gap.
2nd and 6. Ball just shy of the 20. Actually, no, they've got it officially on the 19. So 2nd and 6 at the 19. A running clock, 1 minute to go in the third. Pomerleau. Slowly out of the huddle. Winslow taking their time. Under 10 seconds. Parmelo really milking it. Here's Bimpson, got a flag down in the backfield. Probably going to be motion of some sort on Winslow. Bimpson went nowhere. Bernier took care of him.
Yep, that head ref signaled it quick, but yes, I believe you're correct, Mike. Legal shift.
So a penalty on Winslow, another one.
This ought to be the 5-yard variety.
Indeed. They're going to decline it.
Interesting.
So no penalty and a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Bimpson stuffed.
3rd and 6 for this Winslow offense with 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Raiders on top, 30-6. And barring a defensive penalty, this should be the final play of the quarter. Parmelo taking his sweet old time. Sends Hobby in motion. They pitch it to him. Hobby looking to turn the corner. Can't. He got stood up and knocked down on the play by Jackson Foster. Great defense. That'll do it for the 3rd, but Winslow sitting in the catbird seat. We go to the 4th quarter. The Black Raiders with a 24-point lead. The score from Jerry Poulin Field in Winslow. The Winslow Black Raiders 30 and the MCI Huskies 6. The 4th quarter coming up next on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, Ashley Knight, and Tyler Rigney all back here live at Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. It is 30-6. The Raiders in the lead. And it is 4th and 6, and Winslow's going to have to punt here. Tucker Parmelo will punt to Rush and Kennedy.
Just the 2nd time today for Winslow.
First one was a touchback. One hop snap handled by Parmelo. Good kick. Comes down right at midfield, and MCI gets away from it, and Winslow, as it bounced back in the other direction, jumping on it there was Alex Hardy. Pretty good punt, all things considered. 1st and 10 for MCI. They'll have it at their own 46.
So they get another stop. Problem has been, like you said, Mike, I think you mentioned it perfectly or described it perfectly. Despite the fact that MCI doesn't huddle, they don't move fast.
Yeah, they don't play with a pace. It's a snail's pace, and sometimes I wonder if it allows you to build any momentum. I mean, they had the one scoring drive, the first one.
That's a fair question.
It just seems to bog everything down. Everybody's down on one knee and looking, and then they've got, all right, what did I read that card right? Okay. 1st and 10 from the 46. Caleb Kennedy. And you're down by 24 points, and you're dilly-dallying around here. You got to score a lot. Direct snap, Kennedy on the keeper. Might have gotten a yard. That closed down in a hurry. Hobby and Seth Bard there. All right, so 11:40 is when the play ended. Let's see how long it takes.
Give him 2 on that rush. Just, yeah.
All right, so 20 seconds so far. Kennedy's got the play.
Yeah, they didn't even rush the line. That's not helping either from the players' personnel.
So it took him 35 seconds to get a play off.
Yeah.
Ball is thrown, right side caught Foster in the flat out there in Winslow territory, 47-yard line. decent gain. It'll set up a makeable third down.
Bring up third down.
Third down, we will call it 3. But you're down 24 points. You've got to score 3 touchdowns and get a 2 after every one of them.
Well, he said you burn 35 seconds between each play. You run 4 plays, you've burned 2+ minutes right there.
It's too long.
I mean, you think they'd have a system maybe in place to just call 2 plays in a row. Okay, this one, then this one.
Some sort of hurry up. 3rd and 4. From the gun. Back to throw. Kennedy throws it, and it's low and it's incomplete. One hopped the intended receiver, Foster, and that does MCI a favor in that it stops the clock. 10-10.
Yeah, so that stops the clock as they get the card here. Big 4th and 3 because the way Winslow's offense has been moving, they pretty much can sweat most of the clock if you give it right back to him here.
All right, it is 4th down. Got to make hay here. 4th and 3. From the 47-yard line, Kennedy. Back to throw. Rolls to the right. Now he's going to tuck it under and run. Didn't get it. Winslow will take over on downs. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That was
Eli Overlock on the tackle.
That was a run all the way, like you said, and just nowhere close. Yeah, they I think a little bit of a friendly spot, but we'll call it no gain.
All right, so coming up on Monday, we invade Madison. Valley at Madison, girls soccer Monday at 4 o'clock. Bangor at Skowhegan field hockey coming up on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Then it's Mount Ararat at Messalonsky field hockey. Then Lawrence at Coney field hockey. So we got some great field hockey matchups next week. The Score schedule, find it at centralmainsports.com. Also at 1160thescore.com and the Score's Facebook page. It's always posted there. Hand up, Bimson. Look at all the room for the fullback. Broderick Bimson gets involved. His best run of the day all the way down to the 43-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd and short. Now, next week on the football calendar, how about Friday the 13th, Lawrence at Coney? How about Saturday the 14th, Madomic Valley at Nokomis? That's our schedule for the week.
Another big-time matchup in between Coney and Lawrence there, especially Coney looking for some get-back because Lawrence literally and physically ran them over last season.
2nd and a yard. Look at this, Pomerleau on the gun. Going to fling the football out to Costigan. Costigan inside the 40. Costigan first down at the 38. So West Littlefield spreading it out. And they get the first.
Yeah, I think that MCI defense, you're starting to see the effects. They are beat.
1st and 10. Inside the 38, we'll call it the 37. Winslow spreads it out. Costigan wide right. Slot Fortin. Slot left side is Hassan Hobby. Wide left is Hardy. Bimson, the protector. 1st and 10. Pomerleau. In the flat. Hobby, lots of room. 35. He's got speed down the sidelines. 20 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown! Pomerleau to Hobby. And it's 36-6.
Pushed out of bounds on the 8-yard line.
Oh, he got pushed out of bounds.
First down, Winslow.
I had that one on the board.
I think you and a lot of other people, Mike. That sure look. It's hard to far sideline, so you got to give us a little grace here.
I thought for sure he stayed in, but our angle isn't great up here in the 3rd tier at the 50-yard line.
Still, give him 29 yards.
1st and goal at the 8 after the Hobby run, the non-touchdown. Same formation. 2 and 2 for Winslow. Costigan way to the right side, almost out of the screen. Pomerleau to Bimson. Bimson, it's wide open. Bimson pounds, and he can't get in. Broderick Bimson to the 2, a gain of 6.
How about this? And I like this approach. I think more teams should do this. Littlefield, I think, maybe just putting something else on film, but more importantly, working on some things you may need in the season. At some point, you may need to run a hurry up. You may have the 2-minute drill.
2nd and goal, just inside the 3-yard line. They'll stay with the spread. Pomerleau looking it over in the shotgun. Hobby is the slot left. Again to Bimson. Bimson trying to break a tackle, gets over the goal line. Touchdown, Broderick Bimson. And it's 36-6 pending the conversion.
Now at this point, everybody, all the backfield, which is 4 deep, obviously, for Winslow, with the fullback, the tailback, and the halfback, and the QB, all have touchdowns except for Hassan Hobby.
And Hobby's now going to kick for the first time. Hobby, who is a superb place kicker, out of the hold of Liam Fortin. Snap good, ball down, and Hobby gets it through. And it is good. With 7:48 left in this one, it's all Winslow. The Raiders rolling. Winslow 36, MCI 6. You're watching and listening to high school football on The Score.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs.
We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Well, here in the present, the Winslow Black Raiders are drilling the MCI Huskies. 37-7, Hassan Hobby ready to kick off. And it's taken by Kennedy at the 18 to the 20, middle of the field, 25, squirts free, 30, 35. Caleb Kennedy with a great return to the 49-yard line. Give him 37 on the return.
And how about that, Mike? Did you see who made the tackle?
Hassan Hobby.
Hassan Hobby. Some people call him a tailback. Some people call him a kicker. I call him a weapon.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy.
I heard you were called the Gangster of Love.
I love the pompousness of love. First and 10. Don't get me going. Stop me. There's a lot of dad jokes there. First and 10 from the 49. MCI with work to do, and only 7:40 to do it in. They're down 37-6.
And they don't move fast.
No, they don't play fast. It's almost like a concession speech. Kennedy, flush from the pocket, that is, chased by Liam Fortin, and he had to just throw it away. That's the only option he had.
Yeah, I think Fortin got a piece of his hand, just stopped his follow-through, basically, so that one he couldn't even finish that one as it just kind of floated over to nobody.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
How about that, Mike? Winslow, you want to talk about adjustments. MCI's first drive of the game, which was the second possession, Winslow had the ball first, goes down and scores. Since then, bagel.
Shutout. Winslow has stuffed them. 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line, trailing 37-6. Kennedy going to run it. Not anywhere to go. And in on the stick there for the Winslow Black Raiders was Eli Overlock.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose, but half a yard, maybe a full yard, actually, as I see the Mid-State Machine replay. Yeah, they gave him half. We'll call We'll call it -1.
3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. It has remained cloudy all game long. If you're watching, obviously you know that. Thought the sun might come out there in the second quarter, but at least it's dry.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Pretty comfortable, actually.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. Kennedy's only thrown it to 2 receivers all day, so lurking out there is Burnham, but I'm going to guess jump ball for Foster somewhere.
Burnham and Foster. Those have been the 2 guys today. 3rd and 10 from the 49. Kennedy, flag down, and it's a dead ball foul on the offense.
I think was that delay? Nope, false start. As you say, that was that would be the punctuation, and they just don't move fast.
5-yard penalty on the Huskies for a false start. That backs them up to the 44, where it is 3rd and 15. Clock running, 6:35 remaining in this one. Back to throw Kennedy. Looking down the middle, throws, and it's way over the head of the intended receiver, Braden Badger. Closest to it there was Alex Hardy.
Broken up by Alex Hardy.
Hardy did get a finger on it, but that's it. So it's 4th and 15. And you know what? You're down 37-6. Why not?
I mean, there's no reason to punt.
Might as well take a crack at it. All right, got to get the flashcards going properly. And Kennedy doesn't like it, and they have to take a timeout. So problematic for the MCI Huskies, and the clock is running. They're taking a timeout. The clock was running. It's still running.
Told you, hometown scoreboard. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that clock is not supposed to run during a timeout. Also, it was an incompletion. The last play was an incompletion.
I mean, I have to honestly say, to be totally candid, I've never operated a clock in my life.
I have.
But I do know when they take a timeout, you have to push the stop button.
Yes. There are 2 things I have learned.
So they set it back. They put it back to 6:32.
Yeah.
Which is proper.
MCI, I think, again, I really want to mention again, Mike, they are shorthanded, missing a couple big players. Not just the fact that they're missing some players, they're missing a couple of their very important pieces due to illness today. But the other thing is, you and I talked a little bit yesterday. Obviously, we were out at Messalonsky for that game with Coney, which you can find Central Maine Sports on YouTube, totally free, centralmainsports.com. Winslow last year, I think it's easy to forget that they had to pivot because their QB went down literally right before the season started.
4th and 15, they'll go for it from the 44. After the timeout, Kennedy in the gun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Back to throw Kennedy. Surveys the scene. Lobs it downfield. Intended down there. It is tipped and is out of bounds for Jackson Foster. Isaiah Costigan on the coverage, and Winslow will take over on downs.
That's a nice play by Costigan. I thought Foster actually had a pretty good box-out position. Costigan was able to kind of get around him and get a piece of that because I think that was looking like Foster was going to be able to make another one of those big catches he's made a few times today.
So Winslow has it 1st and 10 at the 44 of MCI. Great field position, in complete control of this game, just looking to run out the clock.
That great field position been a reoccurring theme for the Black Raiders today as well.
1st and 10 from the 44. Pomerleau in the shotgun. 2 and 2. In the flat it goes. There's Fortin. Fortin looking for room. It's outside 40 to the 30. Look out, Liam Fortin, stiff arm. And he is rolled out of bounds inside the 20. They will spot him out at the 15. That is a 29-yard pickup.
How about this, Mike? You were like, oh, last night Coney's just going to throw the ball all over the place. They actually pounded the rock pretty well to help them close out the game. Today you're like, Winslow, 2 passes max. They're getting the shotgun here, showing you what they can do.
1st and 10 from the 15. They stick with the gun. Hardy's wide to the left, Costigan wide to the right, Fortin slot right, Hobby slot left. 1st and 10 from the 15. Inside handoff, Bimson. Bimson with room. Bimson to the 10. Bimson pounds. Look at him carry people. And Broderick Bimson is to the 7. So the big bull of a fullback picks up about 8. Broderick Bimson, 5'8", 185. That's a good fullback size for high school football in Maine.
Let's say the other thing is this spread formation makes Bimson pretty much unfair because you spread out the defense, which means you're pretty much, unless you get really good penetration, going to give Bimson a head of steam, which he normally doesn't get when they're packed in tight.
All right, 2nd and 2 from the 8. Pomelo taking all the time that he can. Flings it in the flat. This is caught over there by Hardy. Hardy inside. Hardy to the 5, and Alex Hardy to the 4.
I think he twisted his ankle there.
He got absolutely hammered by Dom Rizza.
Oh, I take that back. As we see the Mid-State Machine replay, his foot got stepped on.
And if it was Rizza, it hurt. Because Rizza is a big, big boy. 1st and goal from the 4. Winslow looking to put 40 on the board.
How about that, them high-flying Black Raiders?
Under 5 minutes, 4:50. Costigan to the right. Hardy to the left. Fortin right slot. Hobby left slot. 1st and goal from the 4. Pomerleau. Looking to throw it, looking to throw it, looking to throw it. Now fires, and it's incomplete. He threw it where nobody could catch it.
Yeah, and don't compound issues. Just because the play doesn't work, live to fight another day.
Don't turn it over here. No reason to make any kind of stupid pass, and that stops the clock with 4:32 left. Maine football tonight at Montana State. You'll hear it on the Score pregame 7:30. Game time 8 o'clock. Montana State, the number 3 team in FCS.
Very good program.
What's their nickname? Quick.
Oh, they're not Bears.
Nope.
They're Cats.
Bobcats.
Yeah, I was going to say they're
Close.
Cats. I just looked at the logo the other day while we were making sure everything was
in the
taken
feline
care of.
category, yes. Yeah. Cats, Bobcats. 2nd and goal at the 4. Pomerleau looking it over. Coming in motion, Hobby. They give it to him on the jet sweep. Hobby's got room if he can get. No, he can't. He can't get by that man being Caleb Rush. Excuse me, Caleb Kennedy. Wrong Caleb.
Yeah, lowered his head there to try and turn. Hobby's still without a score today.
Maine's getting, by the way, $250,000 to go out and play Montana State tonight.
Interesting.
That's the payment. And they play Oklahoma later in the year. The payoff for that is $650,000. So looking $900,000 for them 2 games.
Yeah, a little shortchange of that Oklahoma one. I thought most of those bye games now had trended into 7 digits.
I don't know. I'm asking for $1 million if I'm Maine to go to Oklahoma.
It trended into 7 digits.
3rd down and goal at the 3. Handoff. Bimson, touchdown. His 2nd of the game. And it's 43-6.
There's your 40 burger for the Black Raiders.
Comes at the 8:14 mark.
Hobby to attempt the extra point.
And Hassan Hobby out of the hold of Fortin will attempt the conversion. Snap is good. Ball down right through the middle. And Hobby converts. 3 minutes, 46 seconds before Winslow claims victory. The score, Raiders 44, MCI 6. This is high school football on the Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Hassan Hobby ready to kick it off again. He's gotten a lot of practice today. 44-6, Winslow in the lead. Caleb Rush, Caleb Kennedy back to return. Low kick, and it's taken by Nutman Bernier. Trips over his own feet. Boy, that sums up the day for MCI right there at the 25-yard line.
Yep, 100% agree with you.
MCI will take over first.
He kind of kicks that up off his shins, makes a nice play to scoop it up quickly, but then trips over his feet before he can take advantage of just some of those free yards in front of him.
Running clock now with a 35-plus point lead in the second half. So 3:20. Now they stop it because MCI takes a timeout. So the running clock didn't run very long.
I think for this one, first game of the season, right, you want to make sure to get as much time as you can just to continue to get reps. Because it's not like, again, these schools, both Class D, I mean, these are your guys. How about this, Mike? Did you have Winslow scoring more than either Coney or Meso on your bingo card?
I did not.
That makes two of us.
If you had asked me over the weekend if we were going to make some predictions on who was going to score over 40 this weekend, Winslow would not have been on my card.
I'm with you. Just the way they run their offense, would have thought there was maybe not enough time. And I really expected Coney Meso to be a shootout. It sort of turned into one late, but it was just such a weird and bizarre first half for the Eagles that Coney just kind of comfortably got up and sort of ran away and hid with it.
And Winslow still huddling up around West Littlefield. Some changes for Wes and his defense.
Get some fresh bodies out there, some reps for some other players.
All right, Raiders finally break. Yeah, he changed literally almost everybody. This is a complete new defense. Garcia's still in there at corner, but beyond that, these are all new kids.
Yeah, good to see. Well, it's a testament. If you didn't hear the West Littlefield interview in the pregame, it's up on YouTube, I believe, now. Mike talked specifically to Coach Littlefield about Winslow's numbers, and he said they're at about where their maximum has been, just about.
All right, Kennedy from the gun, 44-6, running clock now. Actually, no, it's not Kennedy. We have a backup quarterback in. It's Carlin Mack. So Mack, a freshman, in at quarterback for Tom and Alex Bertrand. So the official white flag has been raised. And they will get rid of the flashcards and actually have a conversation instead.
Significant. Well, let me see when they break that up, but this looks like it's already significantly faster.
Much faster. It's much faster.
Yes.
Winslow does it. Lawrence does it. Meso does it.
I think Coney does too.
Yeah, they do.
Morgan runs over to Lippert.
Yeah. All right, bad snap, and Mack just can fall on it.
Now that one down at his ankles. Officially going to go down. I think they put him at the 21, so a loss of 6.
Running clock, 2:15.
And that, I think, again, Mike, that kind of encapsulates MCI's day. Just one of those days that just a few things just didn't go right.
2nd and 14. Mack hit, almost stripped of the football. Now he is stripped of the football. It lays there on the ground. Overlock tried to pick it up and run with it. He couldn't keep his feet, but at least he kept the ball. And Winslow has it on the turnover.
17, so minus 4 more with a fumble lost.
All right, Winslow on the 10. 1:45 to go. Clock running. And Winslow makes a bunch of changes on their offense, too. Let's see. Looks like Quincy Nesbitt's going to come in to play quarterback. And Wes Littlefield, I think, wants time. He does. Timeout on the field. We'll take 1-2. Just a matter of time before Winslow gets win number 1. The score, Raiders 44. MCI 6. Back after this to finish it up on the score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yep, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
All right, Winslow taking over after the turnover. Quincy Nesbitt will come in and play quarterback. Brand new offense. 1st and 10 from the 10 after the fumble recovery. Ball goes to Rory Barry Spalding Jr. I think we're going to call him RBSJ.
I was just saying, it's just a lot of syllables. Give him,
or we could just call him Junior.
Yeah, Junior works. No gain on that
Junior
one.
didn't get anything there, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. They can get a 1st down and not score a touchdown. Nesbitt brings him out. 50 seconds left. 2nd and 10. 1 handoff, 2 handoff. Garcia still going, and he's in for the touchdown. Hey, I'm in the game. I get a chance to score. I'm going to score. And Giovanni Garcia does. And Winslow has hung 50 on MCI.
How about that? Garcia, too, does a nice little payoff offensively. He played pretty well defensively today at the cornerback position for the Black Raiders.
Always nice to have a short field, like 10 yards worth of a field. So Garcia goes 10. That stops the clock. Winslow will go for 2, leading 50-6. Garcia double wing. And he got clogged up on the inside. I'm not sure if that was designed for him to keep. No matter, it does not work out. So Nesbitt's attempt to run is no good. And with 40.8 seconds left, Winslow leading 50-6.
Putting up a 50 burger. I have to, Mike, I don't know if you have it handy. I know MCI got the drubbing last year from Winslow, but 50 right there with, I think, a couple, besides the playoff game, they struggled. I think most of the wins, I had them in the low 20s max. They won a lot of low-scoring games last year. Man, 50.
Last 2 games Winslow's played MCI. They've scored 105 points combined.
They like playing the Huskies.
It is not going to be a pleasant bus ride back to Pittsfield. It has been a domination situation.
And again, I think it's easy to think, especially given Winslow's offensive system, I think it's easy for people to be like, oh, well, they don't throw the ball much last year, ignoring the Parmelo injury. But again, ask anybody to lose a key player literally the week before, basically, the start of your season and try and adjust on the fly. I think Winslow did so adequately, and now you bring so much of that youth they had last year, minus Matt Curian. Let me again, very big piece from last year's team. But this is a good Winslow team.
Eli Overlock is going to kick off. Straight on. How about that? And he blasts it down pretty deep. Taken there by Mack. 20, 25. Puts his head down. Pulls right by.
Junior,
RBSJ Jr.
Gave him the big shoulder shimmy.
And can MCI get another playoff? That's questionable with 22 and a running clock.
They do have a timeout if they wanted to. I'm just saying if they really wanted to get one more in, they have a timeout.
If they take a timeout, I am going to start banging my head against the wall. 10 seconds to go.
I think they're content to let this one go.
And he's just calling him off the field. Tom Bertrand says, that's enough. It's all over. A dominant win by the Winslow Black Raiders on the opening Saturday of the season. Final score from Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. The Winslow Black Raiders 50 and the MCI Huskies 6. Our post-game show and our score player of the game coming up next here on The Place for Local Sports, The Score.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Mike Violaday and AJ Knight, along with our score crew, we're back here live at Poulin Field in Winslow, where the Black Raiders have had a party this afternoon. They have beaten the MCI Huskies 50-6. At one time, this was a 2-point game. It was 8-6 Winslow. It didn't stay 8-6 Winslow very long. The Raiders got a 1-yard touchdown run from Pomerleau in the first quarter. At 6:07, they scored after a 63-yard drive. Hobb with the 2-point run, and it was 8-0. MCI answered, though. The Huskies took it right down the field. MCI gets a 21-yard touchdown pass from Kennedy to Foster. They tried for 2 to tie it up. Did not happen. 8-6. As it turned out, that's as close as it would get for the rest of time. Yep. Second quarter, Winslow scored twice, a 13-yard run by Fortin, a 50-yard run by Fortin. That came after he had a 50-yard run called back, and so it was 22-6 at halftime. Third quarter, just one Winslow touchdown. That was a 6-yard run by Fortin, capping off a 63-yard drive. Hobby ran in for 2. It was 30-6, and the Raiders just piled on in the fourth quarter. Bimson scored twice, once from 2, once from 3. Then Garcia scored from 10 to cap it off. 50-6, the final score. A major statement game by West Littlefield's team here in week number 1. One statement is we can run the football and run the football really well, and we have one of the best players I think you're going to see in Hassan Hobby.
Yeah, I thought Fortin, I mean, with all due respect, we saw Hobby a little bit last year in football, kind of sort of filling in some holes. He played kicker, he played corner, didn't really do, I think, a ton offensively. As we finish out the highlights here, you got to see a Kennedy big run and then the interception. I thought Fortin, we saw Fortin with lacrosse. He's a good-sized kid. He was sort of the second option running back last year when the team really didn't have much of a passing option. But Hobby has been, I mean, that's why you have off-season training. He has come out and become a weapon for him. He was their leading rusher on the day. Cruelly for the Winslow offense, especially in a day where they put up a 50-burger, he was the only major player for their offense that didn't score a touchdown.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, right. Some numbers for you, Mike. So leading the offense, Hassan Hobby had 18 rushes for $145. He also had that catch for 29, which was a really nice play by him down the sideline. Fortin had 11 rushes, 94 yards, 3 tutties. He also had 2 catches for 41. Bimpson finished with 49 yards. He had 2 tutties with 11 on 11 rushes. And Parmalo's numbers, 5 for 8, no interceptions, no touchdowns, and that was for, can't read my own handwriting, 91 yards. Which, by the way, your crazy stat of the weekend is that Tucker Parmalo finished with more passing yards this weekend than Tatum Doucette did. Which
stop the world, I want to get off.
Would never.
That is cray-cray.
Would never have guessed that in a million years.
Absolutely nuts.
On the other side for MCI, Kennedy finished with 45 rushing yards, and he was also 12 for 29 for 157 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. His leading receiver, of course, Foster, who finished 8 catches, 122 yards. And despite the fact they needed to throw it, probably a credit to Winslow's defense, he had 6 for 94 and a touchdown in the first half. He only finishes with 2 catches, Foster does, in the second half, so he got a lot more attention.
Just a very impressive performance. Winslow allowed a touchdown on the first MCI possession and nothing the rest of the way. Absolutely shut them down, and their offense did its job and scored 50 points. Man, we're doing our job next week. We have a game a day for you next week. We call ourselves the place for local sports. We aren't lying about it. It is, in fact, true. Monday, we start in Madison. It's girls soccer, Valley at Madison. Game time is 4 o'clock. Then, on Tuesday, we are in Skowhegan for field hockey, Bangor and Skowhegan. They'll play at 4 o'clock. Then on Wednesday, how about more field hockey? Mount Ararat at Messalonsky, game time, 5 o'clock. Thursday, how about more field hockey? Lawrence at Coney, game time there, 4 o'clock. And then football over the weekend. How about Friday night? The Lawrence Bulldogs and the Coney Rams. That is
a very big one.
A big game. Both are 1-0. Lawrence winning 26-0 last night, and Coney hanging on to beat Meso 33-6. That's our Friday night game.
33-27.
33-27. I'm sorry. This one was a 6. I knew there was a 6 in some place. They did have 6 at one time. And then Saturday, we're going to the hub of Maine, Newport. Who's from Newport? You know anybody from Newport?
Mr. Bell, grad student.
Ryan Bell, grad student at Syracuse University, who someday will host Sports Center on ESPN.
Whose Orangemen, I believe, are pulling off the upset today against Georgia Tech.
Yeah, it's also the home of Cooper and Ace Flag, by the way, too, just to mention Newport.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him?
They're kind of a big deal, too.
Yeah, so we invade Newport on Saturday, Mahomet Valley, and Nokomis in high school football. Game time there is 1 o'clock. So that is it. Oh, by the way, our score players of the game.
Right there.
Co-players of the game, huh?
Shout out to Tyler right there, running down to the field to get the picture, and you see the two of them together there. Just again to reiterate, quick math, 29 total rushes for the two of them for 239 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So Liam Fortin and Hassan Hobby are score players of the game. Swag bags coming for those two gentlemen from CMCC. So now that puts a wrap on our broadcast. For Tyler Rigney, going downstairs to get that picture, Ashley Knight and AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. It was a party today for the Black Raiders. Final score in this one, Winslow Black Raiders 50 and the MCI Huskies 6. That's it. Thanks for being with us here today on The Score.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, and JDH3 Design. Remember, every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at centralmainsports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or centralmainsports.com. Your team from your town plays here on the place for local sports, The Score.